Victory Road is the proving ground for trainers who've acquired all 8 gym badges and are preparing to take on the Elite Four. Here in Hoen's Victory Road, or more specifically Emerald's Victory Road, there are a whopping 17 trainers. But who among them actually has what it takes? In this video, I'm going to play through all of Pokemon Emerald with all 17 of these trainers' teams to find out who can actually get all 8 badges. This is the Emerald Victory Road Challenge. Why couldn't that have just happened early? Dude, oh my god, bro. It hit me again. Do I live that? Ooh! Nice. Okay, we're locked in, dog. We're locked in, dog. The teams that make up the 17 battles in Pokemon Emerald's Victory Road are varied, to be kind. On one end of the spectrum, you've got trainers like Cool Trainer Michelle, who has a team of 3 with decent type diversity and a fun set of movesets. And on the other end of the spectrum, you've got Cool Trainer Hope, who has 1 Roselia, and that's it. So some of these runs are going to be shorter than others. However, there are actually a few teams worth looking out for here. First up is Wally, one of Gen 3's rivals. He has a team of 5 with great type diversity and shockingly good move choices, so I think Wally has a really good chance at making it to Victory Road. But those of you who are somewhat familiar with Owen are probably thinking about one trainer in specific right now. Cool Trainer Veto. Veto is a really fascinating trainer because not only is he one of the better trainers found here in Hoen's Victory Road, he also happens to be one of the only non-story relevant NPCs in Pokemon history that actually has a good amount of lore. He's not a gym leader, he's not a rival, he's not an Elite Four member, he's not the champion, but he has a backstory. Veto is Veto Windstrait. He's a member of the Windstrait family, which is a group of trainers you can battle north of Mauville City. And when you beat them, they seem to talk about Veto like he's the greatest trainer to ever live. So I'm curious to find out if he actually is any good or not. Before we jump into our first run though, we need to talk about how this is going to work, how I'm going to grade the trainers. Those of you who are familiar with any of the other videos in this series will know about the check system. Basically, if I'm able to beat a gym leader with a trainer's team without using any heals, that's check plus. If I have to use a couple of heals, that's check, and if I have to use a ton of heals, that's check minus. If I'm unable to beat a gym leader no matter what, that's a fail, and that trainer's run ends right then and there. Any trainer that gets all 8 badges will be presumed to have earned their spot in Victory Road, but the true golden standard is 8 out of 8 check pluses. Any trainer's run that gets 8 out of 8 check pluses, we'll revisit them at the end of the video and take their team through to the Elite Four to see how they would fare if they did an actual league challenge attempt. Now, as far as scaling our teams down is concerned, how are we going to do it in this video? Well, in prior installments in this series, I've done complicated maths to try to figure out what the levels should be, but in this video, we're going to do something a little more standardized. Basically, we know exactly what the trainer's team looks like in Victory Road down to the IVs and EVs. That's exactly what I'll use for their team on Gym Leader 8, Juan, if we get there. As for what the teams will look like on Gym 7 and before, here's the general idea. Let's look at Roxanne, Gym Leader 1, for example. Roxanne's ace is a level 15 Nose Pass. I am allowed to level my teams up to the levels of the ace Pokemon for each gym leader. So on Roxanne, none of my Pokemon can exceed level 15. This also means that if a trainer has a Pokemon like Kadabra on their final team, which evolves from Abra at level 16, that means that I have to use Abra at level 15 since I can't have evolved it yet. This also means I'm stuck with any moves Abra has up to level 15, which is just Teleport. So not great. This also means that if while leveling up to meet the level cap for the next gym leader, I happen to have the opportunity to learn a move via level up that is on the Pokemon's final moveset in Victory Road, I have to teach it no matter what. Even if it's worse than what I've got on the moveset right now, I have to teach it. With all that out of the way, let's jump into our first run. When you first enter Pokemon Emerald's Victory Road, the first trainer you encounter is Wally, so that seems like a pretty good place to start. Like I touched on earlier, I'm feeling decently confident about Wally's chances. Wally has one of, if not the best team in Hoenn's Victory Road, which makes sense. He's sort of like the mini-boss before the Elite Four. Wally's type diversity is remarkably good, especially from the litmus test of all the other teams I've done in all these videos, and he has a great spread of special attackers between Gardevoir, Magneton, and Roselia. Magneton, I think, will wind up pulling some especially heavyweight in Hoenn, a region notorious for its high density of water types. That, coupled with the fact that Gardevoir gets Calm Mind, a really great setup move, means I'm looking forward to this run. The gyms I'm particularly nervous for are Norman and Tate and Liza, but that's a ways down the road and I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, let's jump into Wally's first attempt versus Gym Leader 1, Roxanne. I think Roselia should be able to do basically everything in this fight. Geodude will go down very fast to absorb. We could even pop a growth. I mean, I don't hate that. And then let's absorb. Bada bing, bada boom. Again, we've got experience off in these Gen 3 games because when you gain experience in Pokemon, that's when EVs take effect on your Pokemon. So I have experience turned off, and I'll be leveling the Pokemon to the new level cap with rare candies in between each gym so that they don't gain any EVs, because I am mimicking all the trainers in Victory Road. I'm mimicking their Pokemon down to the IVs and EVs. So they are perfect, flawless replicas. That is why we're not gaining experience. But this 4x weakness here to grass is going to do big numbers on Geodude. And then Nose Pass ideally is like a 3 or 4 shot. Oh. 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 Roselia the goat. Roselia the goat. Hang on. Speed drop. All right. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Who's surprised? It's a check plus on Roxanne. Really, any grass or water type is going to make this fight not so bad. But we move on to Brawly. We're doing Wally first, because in Emerald, he's first up. In Emerald, Wally is right at the start of Victory Road, whereas in Ruby and Sapphire, he is at the end. But in Emerald, he's right at the beginning. Surely not, dude. Surely not. Surely not. Okay, Metatite sees a kill on Magnemite every time with Focus Punch, so it's going to go for it every time. And then I think we just stay in on Makuhita and Sonic Boom. We do live Vital Throw. And then I'm curious if Confusion just takes from here. The Citrus. Okay, never mind. Oh, it absolutely would. If I live that, though, oh, we're so fine. We're so fine. We're so fine. We're literally, honestly, the line didn't even need to be that complicated through Brawly, frankly. I think you could probably just solo that with Ralts, honestly. But that is a check plus on Brawly. Hey, are you enjoying this video? Well, then why don't you subscribe? Every second you don't, you're hurting my feelings. Personally, and on purpose. Please stop, take a look below the video and see if you're subscribed already. If you're not, just click the button. It takes genuinely 2 seconds, and you don't want to miss all of my future uploads because I'm going to go through the entire Pokemon franchise in this series. All the Victory Roads, all the Elite Fours, I'm doing it all. Don't miss them. All right, back to the run. All right, this is not the way, clearly. Maybe I can still clear Electric. That's a potion. Nice, we want to get those out of the way. Nice crit, okay. Magneton, we want to get Leech Seed off immediately. I said I want to get Leech Seed off immediately. I said I want to get Leech Seed off immediately. I said I'd like to use Leech Seed. Cool, thanks. Appreciate that. If I hit this... Nice, Magneton is down. Okay, that's huge. If we can get Leech Seed off again... Okay, I swapped in the wrong Pokemon. I'm a genius. I'm actually a genius. I live that, really? Okay. Oh my god, Roselia has natural cure? Wait, that's actually really good. Okay, sick. Wait, my god. And it won't use shockwave on me because I resist. Dude, this is actually like kind of free? I'm really surprised. I really thought this would be a remarkably difficult fight because of Manectric and Magneton, but it's totally fine. Nice. I mean, it just goes to show type diversity and also Leech Seed are incredible. But that is very definitely a super duper easy check plus, and we move on to Flannery. Nice miss. Okay. That's really good. Magnitude, it chose. Okay. 3 and 4. Okay, we are +4 special attack. We should outspeed, and I think Faint in 1 everything on this team. Maybe Torkoal lives, but I don't think so. +4 Psychic here is real nice. Camera up's down in 1. I mean, setup sweep is so effective. Torkoal lived on 1? Well, she's gonna heal here, so let's get Leech Seed off. She's gonna heal here, so let's just Leech Seed. And then let's try to get a poison off. Nice miss. Okay. Delcatty, this is your moment. Let's use Sing here. I missed. Let's use Sing again. Beautiful. And then Feint Attack. Amazing. Okay. I think that was probably a damage range for Torkoal to go down at +4 on Psychic there, but either way, we get through no problem. I'm not really surprised. Wally's team is easily the best in Victory Road. He's doing really, really well here. This is a check plus on Flannery, and we are on to Norman. Okay, so those people who are more familiar with my channel and with this series are probably wondering where the part is where I trick you into learning something. That usually happens towards the beginning. You know, that part where I'm like, hey, this video about Pokemon, ha ha ha. Actually, let me teach you about Fermat's last theorem or whatever. But that part hasn't happened yet. So what's going on? Well, I'm coming in this late because today's teaching moment is a teaching moment for me too. Look at this footage. See how it looks like I'm mindlessly toiling over a black screen? See how you're watching this on like 10x speed and yet really nothing is happening? Yeah, so let's talk about what happened on Norman in Wally's run. To give you a little peek behind the curtain, in a lot of these videos, I'll play through the game all the way once and make saves throughout, and then cache those saves so that I can easily move from gym leader to gym leader in each successive run. But in this first Emerald run, Wally's run, I tried to be cheeky. I used my knowledge of Pokemon modding to allow myself to move around really quickly right from the start, able to fly to whatever town I wanted. But there's this pesky little thing I missed, the Pokemon catch tutorial. Right at the beginning of the game, when you first enter Petalburg's gym to say hi to Dad, Wally comes in, ironically given whose run this is, and then you and Wally learn together how to catch Pokemon as Wally gets his Ralts. After this, your dad stays in Petalburg Gym's entrance and talks to you about challenging Roxanne. After you get Roxanne's badge, he talks to you about getting more badges before challenging him. Only after getting the first 4 badges does Norman actually leave the lobby and the doors forward unlock, allowing you to properly access gym number 5. But when I streamed Wally's run over on my Twitch channel, hundreds of people were captive for over an hour when I was fully and truly stuck here in the Petalburg Gym's lobby. I had the 4 prior badges, why wasn't he moving? I tried everything. I tried modifying my save data, I tried using mapping tools, nothing was working. This man would not move. But then I remembered, oh, well, I skipped the catch tutorial because I was flying around earlier, that's probably it. So then I used modding tools to get the catch tutorial to happen. But then Norman started telling me to go battle Roxanne's gym. I already did that, Dad. What are you talking about? Eventually, my Twitch chat figured it out. God bless them. And I think this is actually a great opportunity to learn how to write better, cleaner, more functional code. Whenever you talk to an NPC, open a door, pick up an item, whatever, anytime you do something outside of battle in Pokemon Emerald, there's a script that runs in the background that dictates what that event is supposed to do. Those familiar with programming can think of Emerald's scripting language like a sort of assembly code. In the case of Petalburg's gym, when you enter the front door, the game runs a script to check on a certain flag to determine what state to load the gym in. This flag, this variable, is known as var Petalburg gym state. This is how the game is able to load a version with locked doors and Norman in the lobby before you have 4 badges, and then a version with unlocked doors and no Norman in the lobby after you have 4 badges. But why then was I stuck when I entered the gym before, and why did the gym enter an earlier state when I watched the catch tutorial out of order? Well, it all has to do with how this particular script and how this particular variable assignment was written. Whatever value this variable is equal to is what dictates what version of Petalburg Gym's lobby loads when you enter the door. This variable in Petalburg's gym starts at a value of 1. This is the version where Wally walks in and you go watch the catch tutorial. Then, after the catch tutorial, the gym variable is set to 2. This is the version in which Norman tells you to battle Roxanne. Then, each time you get a gym badge, the game increments the variable by 1. Now, when the gym is in the state between a value of 3 and 5, Norman tells you to get more badges. Once you have 4 badges and the variable is equal to 6, then and only then does Petalburg Gym open up. So what's the problem? Well, notice the language I used in that last segment. When you get a gym badge, the game increments the count on the variable by 1. But when you watch the catch tutorial, it sets the value of the variable to 2. This is what happened to me. Since I skipped the catch tutorial when I went to Roxanne, my value was still 1, and then when I beat Roxanne, my value incremented to 2, and then as I beat the other gym leaders, I eventually got my variable to 5. That isn't a high enough number, it needs to be equal to 6 in order for the gym to open up, so then I watched the catch tutorial, which set my value back to 2, which means I would have to beat 4 more gyms in order to get my value to 6. Now, in all cases of normal gameplay, this obviously isn't an issue. The game is very diligent about making you watch the catch tutorial before leaving Petalburg. This was only a problem because I forced the game to be played in a modded, unconventional order. But I think it's still worthwhile to inspect this code they wrote and think about how we could make it tighter. In general, in programming, it's a bad habit to make every little function you write, every line of code, applicable to only one use case. When they wrote the part of their function that increments the counter by 1 for any gym badge acquired, that's really good. It's arbitrary enough that you could, in theory, get any 4 gym badges and it would still be fine. But their code for the catch tutorial takes a variable set to 1 and then sets it to 2. Why not just increment it by 1? The code would be much more foolproof if it just incremented the variable. Setting it to 2 opens possibilities for things to break when done out of order. Again, in normal gameplay that's not possible, but this is all just a thought experiment about writing cleaner code and a way for me to complain about my own stupidity, so walk with me here. I think the reason they did this is because in Emerald's scripting language, it is much easier to set a variable to a certain value rather than to increment it. In many programming languages, like Python for example, if you want to increment a variable by 1, you can just do something like x plus equals 1. But in Emerald, it's far more complicated. But it's very, very easy to just set a variable to a given value. And I think since the developers knew this would never be an issue, it was easy enough to save the more difficult code for the gym badge incrementation and just write one easy quick line here. Anyway, back to Wally's run. We're heading into Norman, and heading into Norman, there are 2 important things to note. First of all, his team is straight nasty, dog. I think I should delete my YouTube channel, probably. Slacking is a complete beast, but at least has Truant, so we can play around that. But his other Pokemon are no joke either. For example, the Linoon he has in the back has Belly Drum, a setup move that sets its attack to +6, the maximum. If it ever gets this move off and then I don't KO it immediately and I don't outspeed it, I'm pretty much cooked. The second and probably more important thing is a dumb mistake I made. After I finally made it into this gym, which, by the way, the solution I wound up finding was to just replay through the entire game the intended way, because I'm super smart. My brain was so scrambled after an hour of looking through Gen 3 scripting flags that I just completely forgot to level up my team to Norman's level cap. So for this entire stretch of Norman attempts, my Pokemon are level 29 when they should be level 31. This is the difference between having Kirlia and Gardevoir and the difference between having Magnemite and Magneton. So, a massive difference. I didn't realize this mistake until way later, so ultimately I made this Norman fight way more difficult than it needed to be, but that kind of makes it more interesting, right? So, enjoy Wally's ultra hard mode version of the Norman battle. It's the belly drum. It's because I have to play around belly drum, dude. Like, if I didn't have to play around belly drum, it would be much safer. But belly drum is just really scary. Okay, there's the hyper, at least. So is this a toss-up for... Is it just random move choice here? Probably, right? It either chooses belly drum or slash. Okay, so long as Leech Seed doesn't put it into heal range, which it probably is going to. Yeah, they heal here. No? Do I live that? Ooh! Nice. Okay, crit unnecessary, I think. All right, you just need enough Pokemon to live against the secret Ace Slynoon, I guess. Wow, all right. That is a check plus on Norman. That fight is going to be a wall for, like, every other team. I think let's get through Swellow with Gardevoir, then swap. Oh, Swablu opens? Oh, I could have sworn it was Swellow first. I mean, if you're going to let me set up, I will do it all day. Okay, that's +6. Goodbye. It didn't use Protect. Oh, God. F you. The AI cheats, bro. Oh my God, that's so annoying. I selected Growl because I was like, here's the Protect, and then it didn't use Protect, and then I clicked an attack, and it did click Protect. So good, dude. No, I have 1. Beautiful. All right, well, now that we have Gardevoir, which we should have had before, it's an easy check plus on Winona. No problem. Tate and Liza are the true monsters of Pokemon Emerald. Forget the Elite Four, forget the champion, any Pokemon Challenge Runner or Speedrunner or Nuzlocker worth their weight will tell you that TNL is where the run truly hits a speed bump. This is a double battle, and all 4 Pokemon are set up to complement each other really well. Claydol and Xatu always open, and Claydol's Earthquake misses Xatu but hits your Pokemon. Xatu has Calm Mind and loves to set up, making its later moves terrifying and making it bulkier. Lunatone and Solrock both have Calm Mind and Levitate, so Earthquake also doesn't hit them if they come out while Claydol's still out. And Xatu can set up the Sun for Solrock, which has Flamethrower and Solar Beam. To be frank, there are a lot of teams in this challenge for whom I'm pretty worried if they can make it to TNL at all. That's to say nothing of the teams that only have one Pokemon, which is a whole other thing, but we'll get there if and when we get there. So in summation, Tate and Liza are really hard and the worst. Good luck, Wally. It has Confuse Ray. We're just gonna roll with 4. We live Earthquake here, I think. Just crit, Gardevoir. Just crit. Why would you? Okay, wait, this is actually not horrible position. It's not good because everything's going to start seeing kills on Gardevoir. That goes down to that. Okay, hang on. Lunatone Calm Minds, Solrock Sunny Days, Thunderbolt down. I outspeed you, but I think I die in 1 to almost anything. Calm Mind. Okay, you live this Thunderbolt. Yes, dude. Yes. Okay, wow. Wow. All right. TNL proves once again to be incredibly difficult, but that is a check plus on Tate and Liza. We are on to Juan. Okay, gamers, it is Magneton on Love Disc, then Roselia on Whiscash, and then Gardevoir the rest of the way. I think. So that one-shots. Giga Drain should one-shot Whiscash. The question is if we are faster. I don't think we will be. I think it outspeeds us almost certainly, but surely we live Earthquake, right? Oh, we do outspeed. Very nice. Okay. Now, Celio. We are just going to pop in Gardevoir and start setting up. Worst case scenario, we have Magneton in the back. No Paralyze, please. Get synchronized, nerd. I don't know that +3 is going to be enough to get through my Lodic. Oh yeah, Crawdon. Oh yeah, Crawdon. In my mind, we'd already done Crawdon. I was like, well, clearly we have to have already done Crawdon because Magneton was out. So, obviously, we'll let Delcatty die, I guess. You know, Delcatty, you could be useful if you get Thunderbolt here, but you got Dragon Dance, so. Future Sight should proc. Nice. I'm thinking about the wrong game. We got the Leech Seed off, and now we Toxic. Please hit this. And we win. I mean, there's just no... Oh, I have Magical Leaf. But this is going to be 8 for 8 check pluses, which means we're going to take this team through to the Elite Four. which is really excellent. Ice Beam absolutely obliterates me in one. There's no question there. This is starting to look a little spooky. Okay, it's gonna heal here. Let's Supersonic. Thunderbolt. We do get hit there. We do live it, though. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, Wally, I'm proud of you, King. It's 8 out of 8 check pluses. My man is on to the Elite Four. Overall, I'm not surprised by Wally's performance at all. Not a single heal was needed, and my man is 8 for 8 check pluses. Wally's team is really, really great. Easily one of the best teams in any of these videos I've made, even with Delcatty, and it's a joy to play. And frankly, I'm pretty excited to take his team to the Elite Four at the end of the video. But regardless, we're on to the next trainer. Surely the next one will be just as good as Wally, right? Right? Oh, it's a team of 2. Okay, well, that's not great news for Cool Trainer Albert, but that's fine. I'll do my best. Also, just so you know, every other trainer in Emerald's Victory Road except for Wally is in the Cool Trainer class, so I'll probably just be referring to them by their first names instead of saying like Cool Trainer Albert. I'm just gonna say Albert, you get it. I'm gonna stop talking. Albert's team of just Muck and Magneton doesn't give me a ton of hope, mainly because of the mid-game. Everything from Watson to Tate and Liza, so gyms 3 through 7, Hoen's mid-game is really tough. Watson's Magneton and Manectric are back-to-back nightmares, Flannery's Torkoal is horrible, Norman's whole team is difficult, Winona's Altaria is built to destroy a lot of these teams, and TNL are well, as we've discussed, the worst. And for small teams, TNL are somehow even worse than that. Double battles favor large teams massively, so having fewer Pokemon is a huge disadvantage. I don't foresee Roxanne or Brawly being particularly difficult for Albert, but I think everything after that will be really tough. If we can make it to the point where his Pokemon evolve, though, we may have a chance. Luckily against this particular team, Roxanne doesn't have any ground-type moves, it's all rock and normal, so my kind of plan is to poison her Pokemon, then swap to Magnemite, and just try to live as long as I can. That's the general plan. We just need to hit Poison Gas early, which is not happening. We just need to hit Poison Gas early, and then Swapperoo. And we resist everything Geodude has. So, like, that's good, right? And then we can Supersonic. And then I guess just Tackle to do a couple hang on, the Tackle damage is not that bad. I'm a little shocked by that. It's like not doing horrible work. Okay, wait, this is winnable. This is perfectly winnable, dude. This is perfectly winnable. We just need to get these poison gases off, and we're, like, fine, I think. Hang on. Wait. I mean, the strat is a little cheesy, but, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Like, I'm just using the tools that are at my disposal, right? Okay, 1 defense curl and Tackle is definitely doing 1 damage now. Snapped out of confusion. Okay, we're getting a little low here. We're getting a little low here. I don't love that. I'm gonna go ahead and swap to Grimer because I want Magnemite to get a Metal Sound and then a Spark. Okay, nice crit. Not the crit you want to see. Okay. All right, we are going to Metal Sound. Please live. Let's hope we do it in 1. We're dead. Okay, but we know the path. Part of me wants to Supersonic, then Metal Sound. But I think we just have to Metal Sound here. Harden. Okay, I'll go for a second. I missed! Okay. Ooh, wait, the damage is actually really good. Hang on, and we still outspeed because of the paralysis. Nice. Okay. So, all right. Albert, somewhat surprisingly, but I guess maybe not that surprisingly, we've got a check plus on Roxanne, and it's on to Brawly. In which case, this isn't even really a problem. Okay, it's a 3-shot, actually. Less than optimal. Karate Chop does a lot. I mean, let's just see how this goes, right? Let's see how Grimer fares against 3 Pokemon. Maybe we just set up defense. Oh, Seismic Toss. That's unfortunate. Luckily, Meditite is not a threat because of Focus Punch. We just gotta hit it every time and we're fine. Not the bulk up open. Decent damage and a poison. Hang on. Wait, and the reversal miss? Hang on. Okay, nice. Nice. All right, wait. Hang on, wait, Cool Trainer Albert is really surprising me right now. That's a check plus on Brawly, dude. Okay, surely Watson is where the buck stops, right? So the big issue for Albert here on Watson is Magneton. If we can get through to Manectric, like in theory, this is winnable, right? Because we have Poison from Grimer and Magnemite has some sauce with Sonic Boom and Supersonic. But Grimer can do literally nothing against Magneton, which means it's all on Magnemite, which it should be pretty obvious that that's a matchup that does not skew in my favor. Magneton versus Magnemite. It's kind of obvious who wins that. But I have on my side that I'm a human being who can think critically, and Watson is a computer program. So that's 1-0 for the humans. Am I right, homies? Anyway, eventually I kind of found something. So that's self-destruct, right? Right? Yeah, okay. Still does a lot, dude. It's so fascinating to me that it opens Howl here. When, yeah, okay. Unfortunate. I'm just gonna call my shot here and heal. There's the second potion. Okay, with a heal, we're through Magneton. I'm gonna do the same. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I have to heal that. There's the citrus. I'm maybe dead to Shockwave. I think I have to heal that too. Yeah, okay. I think you can check this. Probably not too difficult to check it. Check plus, I think is maybe possible if you can find a consistent line on Manectric, but you just have to get lucky on Magneton. Like, Grimer literally can't do anything. If you are lucky and get through Magneton without healing, which you basically just need it to hit itself every time and not paralyze you, then you have to get through Manectric without healing, which frankly, you just need the same thing to happen again. You need to paralyze it and confuse it. It hits itself every time you Sonic Boom. Unfortunately, this is where the buck truly stops for Albert. The problem here is that Camerupt and Torkoal one-shot both Grimer and Magnemite with Overheat from full, which means my only choice is to use Minimize with Grimer and Prey. Which, look, frankly, it relies on me succumbing to the basest desires of horrible trainers like Koga, which is awful and evil and makes me feel sick inside, but also it just isn't reliable enough to win, and even then they have to miss so many times, so this is a fail, and we're on to the next one. Contrary to her name, this run does not instill confidence. Roselia is a fine Pokemon, but solo? I'm not so sure. Roselia's typing is actually alright, both offensively and defensively, but Flannery is going to be the absolute wall for this team, I'm sure of it. Roselia's moveset is the only thing that might give it a chance. Leech Seed and Growth are both fantastic and should help Roselia excel. However, come the mid-game and late game, Hope opts to teach over both of those moves in favor of Toxic, Sweet Scent, Ingrain, and Giga Drain, which, to be generous, is a horrible moveset for a team of one. Plus, there's a huge issue I haven't mentioned yet. Tate and Liza simply will not let you battle them if you only have one unfainted Pokemon in your party. So even if you had a team of 6, but 5 of them were fainted, they won't let you challenge them. You need to have at least 2 Pokemon awake and ready to go. So I don't really know what we're gonna do about that, but let's just cross that bridge when we get there, because frankly, Roselia has about a billion other problems before that. What that Mr. Mime run from the Kanto video proved to us is that solo teams can go far with the right Pokemon, okay? And I'm not saying Roselia is not the right Pokemon. I'm just not saying that. Look, Roxanne, clearable check plus for sure. No one's gonna doubt this, okay? This should be easy work. This should be a 2-shot here. It's a 3-shot. God. Luckily, Absorb is gonna heal us up a bit. All right. Well, to no one's surprise, the grass type with a 4x effective move on over half her team gets a check plus on Roxanne. It's on to Brawly, who will be the first real battle for this team. Okay, look. Audience members in the Twitch chat room right now are discussing the fact that there are a couple of gyms that are a little frightening for Roselia, okay? Look, is Roselia incredibly weak to gyms 5, 6, and 7? Yes. But we're on Gym 2, okay? That's a later problem. Look, people are talking about this Roselia run in context of the future. I'm talking about this Roselia run in the context of now, okay? And now dictates we resist all fighting type moves. Surely that has some value, right? We're gonna Stun Spore. Seismic Toss is really bad. We're gonna set up. We're gonna set up here. We live on 1, so it doesn't see a kill yet with Seismic Toss. We're gonna Mega Drain. See, guys? Things are looking up, okay? It's gonna go for Focus Punch. It didn't go for Focus Punch. But we're back up at full health. I mean, okay, we're not, what are you guys all nervous about? I think we just go for damage. And where are the doubters now? And where are the doubters now? Okay? In shambles, bro. In shambles, bro. In absolute shambles at my beautiful check plus on Brawly. You hate to see me coming, okay? You hate to see me coming. Me and Roselia, we're tight, bro. We're locked in, dog. We're locked in, dog. Juan is literally drenched in sweat right now, bro. Juan is quaking in his boots, okay? Roxanne and Brawly have posted to the little gym leader WhatsApp group, you know? Roxanne chimed in with the, bro, I just got absolutely cooked by a fucking 4x weakness. This blows. Then Brawly responded and was like, homie, just use bulk up. It's not that hard. And then Roxanne chimed back in and was like, cool, dude. Let's see how you handle it. And then Brawly, 10 minutes later, drops a little, we're so cooked. Lots of people are typing. Juan just drops a dislike. Meanwhile, Tate and Liza just chime in with, wait, how many Pokemon does she have? Roxanne just sends the 1 emoji. And TNL are like, oh. Watson just posts in the chat, bro, she has Leech Seed. Flannery just keeps asking over and over again in between every text, what type is the Pokemon? What type is the Pokemon? Guys, what type is the Pokemon? Everyone's just ignoring her. Okay, look, this is gonna be a difficult battle. I think it's possible to win this, but it's pretty contingent on Voltorb never clicking self-destruct. That's our big problem. We need you to never click self-destruct. That's kind of where we're at. Not the instant paralysis. I'm probably gonna have to heal that if I'm being honest. It's getting more and more likely to click self-destruct every second. Please don't do it. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Electrike probably opens Howl. I'd like to heal this. I'd like to heal this paralysis really quick. I think we can get away with another growth. Magneton is the true test. The instant Thunder Wave did decent damage. Can I get a Leech Seed off? Potentially? Dude, come on. I have to heal. Nice miss. Okay. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. I do want to heal it. Not the Howl. Why is it critting so much? I mean, look, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a check. You could argue because I use a full restore, it's check minus, but Roselia is not clearing TNL or probably Flannery, so I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I do think with a bit of luck, you could probably check plus this, honestly, which is nuts. But given the fact that there's no way this Roselia wins the whole thing, I'm not going to sweat the details too much and just move on. Sunny Day plus Overheat kills instantly. Homie, Overheat kills instantly. The group chat is in shambles because of Cool Trainer Hope, but nobody would respond to Flannery. And unfortunately, she is going to save them. Unfortunately, she is going to be the hero they need. Unless... Just never miss Grass Whistle. 5 head. Ooh! Ooh! One, two, three. 4, 5. Okay. Wait. I lived on 1. 6. I'm at +6. Hang on. Hang on, bro. Grass Whistle is definitely the play. Grass Whistle is definitely the play. Okay, yeah, it Omega lives. That's a heal. Let's go ahead and Leech Seed, get some static damage going. That didn't even take that long! That didn't even take that long! That was what, 20 minutes? Maybe 20 minutes? I can't believe it, bro. This might be the most unprecedented. I mean, if I check plus the rest of them, I'll go back and do Watson again. I'll go back. Even if you get the perfect setup luck on Spinda here, slacking one-shots and outspeeds Roselia every time, which means that Hope's Cinderella run ends here. But I have to say, I'm so pleased with how Roselia did. I'm so impressed. And this has got me fired up for the next few trainers. So let's see how they do. For all of the reasons that the solo Roselia run would, could, or should struggle, double it. Until we get Claydol, which isn't until level 36, which is after we beat 6 of the gyms, we're stuck with just a solo Baltoy. Baltoy's typing isn't horrid, but its stat line sure is. If we can get to Watson, we probably clear at least 3 gyms here, but I'm not really sure what happens after that. I think we're gonna be all right. Let's Mud Slap, probably not great damage. Yeah, Mud Slap's pretty weak, but we take an accuracy drop. How much does Psybeam do? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. It's a 2-shot. Rock Throw's not gonna do much. I'm glad it wasn't Rock Tomb. I don't wanna lose speed. And then we just Psybeam here and hope for the best. Ooh, okay, good. Hit yourself, that's great. Snapped out, don't love that. We just need to hit like 1 or 2 more. Probably 2 more after this. Tackle. Nice. Okay. Well, maybe Roxanne's not going to be as threatening as I thought. That is a check plus on Roxanne, and Brawly should be free as they come, I think. Okay, in theory, this is fine, right? Okay, the fact that that does not one-shot is a little concerning for Makuhita. Hopefully, this just goes for Focus Punch. It's bulking up. Now it's going for Focus Punch. Okay, there's both supers. I mean, that's nice. If we confuse Makuhita, I mean, it's a 2-shot, right? Like, almost certainly a 2-shot. We just need to live. If we outspeed, we do outspeed, so we're fine, I think. Yeah, okay, cool. Free as you like. Free as you like. That is a check plus on Brawly. Easy peasy, we're on to Watson. I don't know how this one's gonna go, to be honest. I'm not really sure. Roll out. Okay, we're safe from self-destruct. That's nice. It would be cool if Rapid Spin increased our speed like it does in later generations, but that move does not do that yet. This always opens Howl. This will be a heal. That's unfortunate. I have to heal that. I have to heal that as well. I'm gonna need Psybeam to put in heavy work here. You can maybe check this. I'll take the check minus and walk away. But you can maybe check this. Hyper 1. Probably is going to use overheat now. No, it's not going to do anything. Let's save some side beams. I'd like an Omni boost. Woof. We got an Omni boost. Hang on. Just miss overheat. Sunny day it chose. Okay, go again. Nice. Do I kill from here? No. Hang on. This is incredibly lucky. I have to mud slap here. Oh, it has white smoke. Yeah, no, this is it. Torkoal has white smoke. I can't reduce its accuracy. So I just would overheat would just have to miss every time. Yeah, and there's still 2 hyper potions to go. I can't believe Roselia got through this, and yet Baltoy, no shot. Well, look, gamers, is it possible? Maybe. You got to get real lucky, though. That's a fail on Flannery. I, frankly, really like this team. Mawile, Swellow, and Kadabra are all really cool Pokemon designs, and as we know from previous videos, solid type diversity always bodes well. And in these 3 Pokemon, we've got a decent core. Kadabra and Swellow for strong, fast offense that's split between special and physical, and Mawile to tank some hits. Mawile isn't that strong, and obviously we'd rather have Alakazam than Kadabra, but I think there's a decent opportunity for some cool solutions to a lot of the fights in this run. For example, if we're able to get to the mid-game, I think a viable solution on a lot of difficult fights might be to try to get status effects onto Swellow. Swellow has the Guts ability, which means its attack gets boosted when it has a status effect. That might wind up being a difference maker here. For now, let's jump into Gym 1. Mawile, incredible back sprite. Just incredible back sprite. We're gonna fake tears. We're gonna live that. We're gonna fake tears again. We already don't care much about speed control, obviously. Good. Probably 1 fake tears is sufficient. Yeah. Cool Trainer Samuel fact, has committed tax fraud. What a cool fact. What a cool fact. This is a 2-shot. Ooh. It's actually worse. We're totally fine here, though. Mawile resists everything on this trainer, so no issues here. It is a check plus on Roxanne. We are on to Brawly with Tailo and Kadabra. We should be fine. Okay, we are just wing attacking twice here, is my assumption. Yeah. I'm, okay, no, almost. Very nice. Easy peasy check plus on Brawly, to no one's surprise with this particular team. On to Watson. They all see a kill, so it just goes in poke order. If I hit this, it would be really good. Okay. Or at least it should. Be cool if it used the other one, but... Nice miss. Nice crit. Not the super, dude. If I just rolled higher. Nice. Let's go, dude. Check plus on Watson. We're on to Flannery. Hell yes, dude. Okay, so I was really enjoying this run. So even when I came up against a huge roadblock against Flannery, I was determined to figure it out. Basically, the problem here is we need to find some value with Mawile, even though it gets so easily one-shot in this battle. And we need to figure out a way to keep Swellow alive with Double Team. I just need some luck. Wait. 1 HP is actually kind of crazy. 1 HP is really crazy. Because I can Endeavor Cheese Torkoal. Okay, so, okay. I think I know how to win this from here. I need to get you into heal range. Beautiful. Okay, watch this. Now watch this. She heals here. We choose Endeavor. She heals again. We Endeavor again. And then we quick attack. Get absolutely outplayed, Flannery. Get absolutely outplayed. It's a check plus. Even just landing anywhere in red bar on Nummel. And this is totally fine. I didn't even have to come in pre-damaged or anything. Absolutely yes, dude. Okay, wonderful. On to Norman. The dreaded Spinda. That does a lot. Probably we don't open Kadabra. Maybe the strat on every single one of these pokes is going to be Fake Tears swap. I don't know. I would like to get a Fake Tears here. Dude, Slacking is a monster, bro. Okay. You live that? That is crazy. Dude, Slacking stats are off the charts. Click Belly Drum, please. Unfortunate. Nice. Okay. That was really easy. All right. When you play around Truant properly, this fight really isn't that bad for a lot of the teams. But a lot of the teams that get here are not going to be able to get past any of the moves on Slacking on turn 1. So that's probably the problem for most of them. But it's a check plus and we're on to Winona. Okay. Surely Psybeam is good here, right? Yeah. Nice double supersonic miss. That's obviously quite good for us. Nice crit and a high roll. Skarmory is so cool. What a cool design for a Pokemon. I could have swapped there safely. Yeah, I should have swapped. Because then I could have gotten a fake tears here. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh! Just crit. Oh! Here's the heal. We double team and no heal! Ooh! Hold! Okay. Check plus on Winona. I don't think you need to get as lucky as I did just now because I already had a line pre-baked for my next attempt that would make this so much easier with fake tears on Altaria there, but it's a check plus nonetheless, and we move on to TNL, the True Wall. As I said during Flannery, I was really enjoying this run, and I really wanted to figure out something against TNL. I just knew that so many of these runs would get walled here, but I just had a feeling that this one could do it. And this would set the tone for future TNLs in all of the future runs, because I wanted to figure this out now so that I could prove to myself that this battle is solvable even for somewhat mediocre teams. So that's exactly what I set out to do. And this one took a very long time to solve, but we did eventually kind of get there. I cannot recommend enough coming on over to the Twitch because this was a huge collaborative effort. Myself and my Twitch chat sort of working together and pooling our collective Gen 3 battle knowledge to try to come up with something that would work. Eventually, the best thing we could come up with was getting a burn onto Swellow to activate Guts, which definitely disqualifies Check Plus, but didn't make the battle free and still required us to find a clean line. And I'm just really, really pleased with what we came up with. So again, I can't recommend enough coming on over and watching live on Twitch for these. Oh, we crit. Watch the crit. All right, we need to get rid of you. Oh, nice. Okay. Wait. Endeavor is better here. Beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, that took so long. I mean, we can't call it Check Plus, right? Pre-burn and teaching the Facade TM, even though it's a TM the gym leader gives, so it's a TM you can have. It's just not a Check Plus. It's just not. Pre-burn, I think, disqualifies it from Check Plus pretty definitely, right? I found this wand fight super annoying, mostly because of Kingdra, because Kingdra has the ability to raise its evasiveness, which, as we've seen in previous videos in this series, is the worst. Ultimately, I wound up having to use Guts on this battle too, which disqualifies it from Check Plus, but I was able to find a line, which, at the end of the day, I'm happy about. There's scenarios where you can win a lot of fights in a lot of different ways in Pokemon. It's just kind of how it is, you know? Okay, so then the safe line is to swap to Mawile. And Crunch. then swap to Swellow, Facade, then swap to Kadabra. So we Psychic here. Ice Beam takes. We swap back to Swellow. We Facade. This kills. And then, of course, it's just Whiscash to go, which can't Earthquake us. It might Amnesia. Good. That's a heal, which means this is probably a range to kill. There's the other heal. All right. It's a check and not a check plus because of the pre-burn and Facade again. But you know what? Frankly, I'm amazed this team got 8 badges. Any team that gets past TNL is a win in my book. So does Cool Trainer Samuel make it to the victory road? Kinda? I really enjoyed this run. TNL are obviously a slog pretty much anytime we get to them, but it ultimately winds up being a cool puzzle a lot of the time. If I can find the precise line, I can often make something work even if not check plus. Basically, anytime a team gets to TNL, I promise you I will really truly try to figure something out. Regardless, Samuel kinda earns his slot in Victory Road. We won't take him through to the Elite Four, but he joins Wally in Victory Road at the very least. So far, we're 2 for 5, which really isn't bad. A solid performance so far for all of the Hoenn Victory Road trainers. Up next, we've got another team of 3, which has a pretty unique lineup and some interesting type diversity. This team is the definition of B team. I love the designs of all 3 of these Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but man, have every single one of them been done dirty in one way, shape, or form. Sandslash just does not have any good moves in its move pool. Ninetales always winds up losing Flamethrower in these runs because the trainers just don't know what to teach their Pokemon, apparently. And Tropius just, oh, Tropius. I love Tropius's design. I mean, of all the Pokemon from Gen 3 and before, I feel like Tropius feels the most to me like a fan-made Pokemon. It's super weird and silly, but also so endearing and kind of cool. The shame of Tropius, though, is that it has a ton of weaknesses and a just completely unviable stat line. Game Freak just really didn't want Tropius to succeed. The stat line is just so bad and doesn't support it in the ways that it needs. I don't know. We still have 3 Pokemon with decent type diversity. I'm curious to see how far this run goes. In an ideal world, Tropius just absolutely hard carries this. In an ideal world, Razor Leaf just is a 1-shot on both Geodudes and a 2-shot on Nosepass. That's the dream. That's the dream. Now, of course, we can miss on Razor Leaf, but ideally our Banana Boy, yeah, all right. I mean, to no one's surprise, a decent grass type with decent special attack and a good move. It's a check plus on Roxanne. Let's move on to Brawly and hope Tropius performs similarly. Yeah, like I'm not particularly concerned here. There's the potion. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we should be fine here. Tropius, my absolute GOAT. It's a check plus on Brawly. Watson might not be so free. It's not a horrible plan. I mean, it is a horrible plan, but it might be our plan. Okay, best case scenario open. Sees a kill with Sonic Boom. Didn't go for it. Oh, there's a kill with Shockwave anyway. Okay. That does so much. You live that? Really? Use Shockwave, please. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it still didn't do that much. Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. Yes. Check plus on Watson. It's kind of an annoying line, but I still had Vulpix in the back at, like, basically full health, so... White Smoke, I am the stupidest person that's ever lived. That tackle does so much. It hit me again. Dude, oh my God, bro. I missed. Oh, yeah. It lived on 1. Okay, that's 2 overheat hits in a row through -6. Fun fact. Camera up can miss. Yeah, just hit overheat twice in a row through a -6. Why not? Live life, breathe air, and know somehow you're gonna get there and be so wonderful. The crit, no! No, we crit on the wrong one. If we'd have crit on one of the other deep yellows, we would have been fine, bro, man. That's what, a half hour of attempts, and I've made it to Torkoal Red Bar once. I'm not doing that again. We're just gonna teach Dig to Sandslash and take the check. Why though? Why would you do that twice? I don't understand that. Why couldn't that have just happened earlier? This could have been so easily check plus if that just happened earlier. Whatever, it's check. I don't care. Please get me out of here. I don't want to fight Flannery anymore. Nice crit. Nice hit yourself. Five. Okay, it's -5. That's good enough. Do not send out 9-tails. If I could fully customize the moveset, this would be much easier. Obviously. 2. It hit. 3. 4. 5. 6. I'd really like to not be confused, but whatever. Can we just thank you? Okay, we're +6. Pretty good. We still will not one-shot slacking, fun fact. Might not even one-shot this, to be honest with you. Just kidding, ha ha ha. But slacking definitely lives. Linoon, if you click belly drum, we'll become best friends, fun fact. Okay. Just die. We don't outspeed. Yippee. Oh boy, oh boy. Look at this moveset. Nice burn. Oh, facade. Wait. Man, if I crit there. It's still confused. Yeah. It's gonna snap out though and facade me. Just crit. Oh, another heal. Okay. It snaps out here for sure. That's the loaf turn. I mean, I move second, so I don't know how I protect myself against this facade that is going to one-shot me. Hang on. Wait. How did I live that? I know Ninetales is kind of bulky, but oh my god. Okay, check plus on Norman. That was fine. I mean, setup on Tropius is obviously good, but Ninetales my goat. Ninetales my goat. I take it all back. Okay, I take it all back. We're on to Winona. After all of those difficult, incredibly grueling battles, here's another one. This team just could not get past Winona easily, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I hated this run. Look, I love these three little guys, but I do not want to play this team ever again. On to the next one, please. Continuing our fun little triplet here of interesting teams of three, Cool Trainer Owen brings yet more weird little freaks to the table. Weirdly, I think I'm gonna be able to leverage far more value out of Kecleon and Graveler than you might think here. The Geodude line actually has really decent stats, and some decent type immunity and defenses. It's just often overshadowed by its many weaknesses. But if I pick the spots to use this line correctly, I think Geodude is gonna surprise everyone. All right, this should be as easy as water gun, water gun, water gun, water gun. Never mind. Add one water gun to that, please. It's 5 water guns, not 4. All right. Well, any water or grass type is going to get us through check plus, so long as they have a water or grass move, it seems. So Roxanne is truly the Brock of this game. Psybeam. There's the heal. We should be able to take down Meditite really smoothly because it should see a kill with Focus Punch. So this should just be... Oh, we got the Confuse as well. And there's the second heal. Nice. Save some Psybeams. Wonderful. I love Kecleon's back spray. Just waving his arms. Oh. Man, I really thought Brawly would pose more of a threat in a lot of these. Well, that's going to do a lot. In a lot of these situations, but mostly it seems like fine. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, Psybeam on Kecleon made that possible. Easy check plus first try onto Watson. That just does a lot. I'm just hoping it clicks self-destruct or something for, like, no reason. It's perfectly possible that Wailmer is just no good here. And that's the worry, right? Is that self-destruct does too much on us. I mean, we resist, obviously, but even still. We do have the perfect typing for this. I mean, there's no denying that. And this should do a lot. Magnitude 10 would clean this. Magnitude 7 cleans. Come on. And this only has quick attack on us. Magnitude 4 is not going to do it. Geodude my goat? Geodude my king? It's a check plus on Watson, and we're on to Flannery. We're hoping for more of the same. Okay. Water Pulse should deal with the majority of this team pretty easily. Finally, an easy Flannery. I have waited for this day. Confusion as well. Probably still Water Pulse, right? Nice crit. If it hit itself, it was just over there. There's a heal. Oh, I can't Screech because it has White Smoke. Get the second heal off here. That's why we got the heals out. Not the attract! Not the attract! Come on, man. All right. Nice. Okay. Easy peasy. Check plus on Flannery. No problem. What's a slash? Does slash just two-shot? Or we just crit. That's fine. There's the counter. Here's the Screech. We didn't miss. This is so huge for me. You feel like a Kecleon evolution would go hard? I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Playing around Truant really is, you just got to do it. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. You just have to do it. That should take. Okay. We live that. We get the Screech. Nice. That's a heal. That should be heal number 2. Nice. Clean as you like. Clean as you like. And then swap in Graveler and click self-destruct. It should kill in one, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? All right. Okay. Nice. All right. Just play around Truant, 5-head. How hard could it be? It's a check plus, and we're on to Winona. We're looking kind of decent right now. Come on. Oh, that's a problem. Kind of forgot about Tropius. I was like, dude, this is going to be easy. Kind of forgot about this guy. Low-key forgot about him. I don't really want to be the grass type, but that's a... Oh, dude! Gen 3 AI be like, I thought of that. I lived! That's one heal. And the crit? Yeah, Protect is going to make this annoying. I missed! Okay, wait. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep the rollouts coming. Keep the rollouts coming. No, 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 my dear boy. We simply can't be missing those. We simply can't be missing those. We simply cannot be missing those. You outspeed in that one shots? Yep, cool. Hang on, double rollout on Tropius, kind of good. Caitlyn, my man! Hang on, if it goes for it'll see a kill, but if it goes for Dragon Dance and we Screech... Oh, is it gonna see a kill on Graveler with that? I don't know if we get Self-Destruct off. Self-Destruct is my ace in the hole here. Dragon Breath. Nice. Caitlyn 1v1 to Skarmory. You heard it here first. Caitlyn is the GOAT. Check plus. We are 6 for 6 on this Cinderella team, dude. On to TNL, who are going to be a problem. This is probably the TNL loss that I am most upset about in this entire video because the opening line I found is so sick. When you use Self-Destruct or Explosion in Gen 3, you hit your partner Pokemon if you're in a double battle, but you also hit your opponents, right? So the plan here is Caitlyn uses Substitute, and then Graveler uses Self-Destruct, and then it only hits Xatu and Claydol, and the Substitute eats the damage from Caitlyn, allowing me to have 2 Pokemon for the rest of the fight, which is such a sick opener. I was so pleased with that, but I just wasn't able to close it out with only the 2 remaining Pokemon. I even tried teaching Wailord Surf, since every trainer technically has to have Surf to get to Moss Deep anyway, and it just wasn't enough. This team just does not have enough attack power behind it to close things out. So unfortunately, this run ends here. This team is probably the single most unique and also weirdest team we've had in any of these videos. If you know Cool Trainer Diane by name, then by golly, you gotta go touch grass, my friend. You have reached a level of chronically online Pokemon fact knower that scientists before now thought was impossible. Godspeed, gamer. Diane has only 2 Pokemon, Claydol and Lantern. The first odd thing is that both Pokemon only have 2 moves, which is exceptionally odd for a team this late in the game. The second unfortunate and weird thing is her IVs and EVs. For most teams in Hoenn's Victory Road, they have IVs of 10, but Diane has IVs and EVs of 0. But the real crown jewel oddity here is Lantern's moveset. Thunderbolt is a move it can learn via TM, sure, but Earthquake is not. Lantern can't learn Earthquake at all in any Pokemon game by any means. So clearly Diane knows something we don't. Diane has some dark, forbidden knowledge that lay people such as ourselves could never hope to divine. Of course, let's just skim past the fact that this team is completely walled by an enemy Claydol, like on Tate and Liza. Just trust, guys, okay? If I get there, I'll skill swap and then skill swap again to put something other than Levitate on Claydol, okay? It'll be fine. We'll definitely get there. The question then is how to treat this run. To me, it feels right to take this cheater's team and just let her loose. If you're gonna cheat, I mean, go the whole 9 yards. I'm gonna give myself her exact team right from the start. Claydol and Lantern fully evolved with these exact 2 moves on both of them. Nothing changed. I wanna see how far this cheater can get with everything she's got. And for those of you who are preparing a YouTube comment to say how this is unfair and makes all the other runs invalid or this one invalid, I just invite you to watch the run. And look, the harsh reality is no matter how much we cheat on this run, which all the cheating we're gonna do is just having this team from the start, no matter how much cheating you do, it won't change the fact that TNL is an absolute loss. There's just no getting past Tate and Liza on this one. It's just not gonna happen. Nose Pass lives. I'm impressed. But nonetheless, it's a check plus on Roxanne. Let's move on to Brawly. Heal 1. Okay. Nice. I'm out of earthquakes because I didn't heal properly before in between the last fight. We have to switch for Thunderbolt because I have no more moves. I have literally no more moves. All right. All right, check plus on the cheater team. On to Watson, who is going to be really easy. All right, here we go. Why send out Lantern first? Great question, guys. Why not? Why not? People talking about Norman going to be a real issue. Okay, guys, but have you considered skill swapping Truant onto my Clay Doll just for fun? And this should do it. Wow. A 2-shot. And it's a check plus on Watson onto Flannery. Let's go. Mm-hmm. And what about this one? We lived on 1. The miss? Oh, please. Oh, please. A little lucky, I won't deny it, but look, it's a check plus. Come on. Come on. All right, on to Norman, who will be our first actual challenge. Yeah, okay, this might be a problem. This might be an issue. This could be a problem. Okay. Decently tanky. And it's a 2-shot. Belly drum, I guess. All right, it's 2-on-1 going into slacking, but it's not looking good. Like, what is our play here? Just get crits? Like, not entirely sure what my game plan is. Yeah. Even if T-Bolt paralyzes, then Facade becomes hell. Oh, God. Yeah. Let's just put this one to bed. Let's just put this one to bed, dude. Can you maybe beat Norman? I actually am not sure. Like, yes, if you paralyze slacking and it's fully paralyzed every turn it's not loafing, yeah, sure. You could win, but you're also going to have to crit or else you're going to have to get through 2 hypers. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away from Cool Trainer Diane. Felix is the trainer you can fight alongside Diane in Victory Road, and his team is also particularly special. His Metacham only has 1 move, and he also has IVs of 0. You know what? Let's just treat this run normally and see how it goes. This one should be as simple as just Psybeam. I'm pretty sure. It should just be Psybeam all the way down. Should just be Psybeam all the way down here. Still outspeed, excellent. No way. Nose Pass posing a somewhat significant challenge, just kidding. Barry. Snapped out of confusion. Nosepass has like really solid bulk for this early in the game. Oh my god, one of my Pokemon are gone. No way, how am I gonna do this? Anyway. Wonderful. An easy peasy check plus on Roxanne, wasn't even concerned. And we're on to Brawly. All right, I simply cannot imagine Brawly being a problem, especially now that we have a secret weapon. You'll see the secret weapon in the bottom right of your screen, right here. That's our secret weapon. I don't think we'll actually need it, but it's secret, and also a get out of jail free card. So that's good. Additionally, Meditite has hidden power now, which is actually really interesting. Because we're gonna get the heal here. Hidden power is really interesting because what type it is based on your IVs, and Cool Trainer Felix's IVs are all 0, and that means you have hidden power fighting, and that's actually really good because now we have a decent stab fighting move, of which there are not very many. Stop it with the light screen. I don't want to have to use my self-destruct right now. I'm saving it for Makuhita. I'm saving it. 07 ball toy. Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy, baby. That's a check plus on Brawly. We're on to Watson. The way self-destruct and explosion work in Gen 3 is that if you use one of those moves as your final thing, right, on the final Pokemon in the battle, the NPC wins that trade. So if your Pokemon goes down and their final Pokemon goes down, so you have no Pokemon left, either of you, they win that exchange. So, in order to circumvent this, I needed to find something that allowed me to use self-destruct on Manectric at the end, but which kept Meditite alive the whole time so that I had a second Pokemon in the back so that I would win the fight. And oh my god, was this so annoying and so difficult to find. Yeah. But self-destruct lowers the defense of the target when it does the calc in Gen 3. It like fords it or something. Ridiculous. Let's heal here. So we need to do a little damage first. I'm out of Mud Slap. That's not great. Let's get a Psybeam Confusion. How about that? Okay, on a low roll, I live. All right. Okay. I would say that's a check. I would say that's a check on Watson. What was that, 2 super potions? Yeah, we're taking a check and we're moving on to Flannery. Because of how things went on the solo ball toy on Flannery a few runs ago, I knew this one was possible. I just had to dig it out somehow. We're in really bad position here. I know it looks like my health is high, but it's not. If that crit just did a little more damage. Oh, do I heal here alongside and reset? Probably, right? Probably best to just heal. Another crit? I should have healed. I think I just lose now. Or wait for a takedown miss, or it misses a tract or something. Oh, it's body slam, not takedown, yeah. Maybe. Also, I'm locked into this stalemate now, unfortunately. Maybe. Oh my god. I could have healed far fewer times, but it still was just dependent on crit anyway. Let's just check minus this and move on with our lives. Nobody needs to see more of that. The somewhat disappointing thing about this Norman fight is, like, if we were just a little bit higher level and had Claydol and Medicham instead of Baltoy and Meditite, this might actually be possible, but this team is just so difficult and tanky and fast and powerful and has too many good options to be overcome by this particular team of 2. It's just not happening, so we move on to the next trainer. I want to love this team for 2 reasons. One, this is actually the second cool trainer Caroline to appear on this channel. The Kanto Victory Road video saw a cool trainer Caroline as well. Maybe this is the same person. Or it's just the fact that the localization team for all the Gen 3 games could only think of so many generic white person names before their heads exploded. The second reason I want to love this team is because Sableye and Skarmory are just really cool. From the fact that Skarmory is so often misremembered as a Hoenn Pokemon, even though it's actually from Johto, to the fact that Sableye has no weaknesses, this team is full of fun little stuff. Hopefully, Caroline will be the first team of 2 to finally get it done and earn her spot in Victory Road. Or this run will die to Watson, whichever comes first. Sableye cannot be hit by Tackle, which means it's just Rock Tomb and Rock Throw. We are just gonna go for Nightshade. Is what we're gonna do. I am certainly outsped now. Yeah, okay. Harden, okay. Block, okay. There's the berry. There's another Harden. This is fascinating. The Roxanne throw, dude. She totally could have won that, by the way, but it's a check plus because Roxanne is throwing. Well, you know, for a second there, I thought, well, Skarmory will have to deal with this, but Peck isn't great. But then I remembered Brawly only has fighting-type moves, which means he just can't hit Sableye, which is funny because you can catch Sableye. I forgot that this is how I dealt with this in the No EXP challenge in Emerald. When I did Emerald No EXP, I just caught Sableye, and then you win. That's it. You just win. It just doesn't get any simpler than that, I'm afraid. You're completely and totally fine. Nice Fury Swipes crit. I'm just trying to get it outside of heal range, but low enough that Nightshade... Oh, right. The berries. I'm not worried about anything. This might put it in heal range, potentially. Please stop. Okay. We should be fine, I think. Great. Well, you can click bulk up all you want. It's still a check plus. On to Watson, who might actually be a huge problem for this team. Skarmory, I'm sorry you haven't really gotten a moment to shine, and it's still not going to happen. Yeah, woof. Okay, so Skarmory is one shot by Magneton and Manectric because they're both stronger than Voltorb. Fake out. Solid damage. Fury Swipes takes, maybe? Nice miss. Okay. That's not going to do anything for you. You can't hit me with quick attack. You know what? Let's just heal. See how far we can go. Just hit 5 times. Sad. Oh yeah, static can proc every time. Let's just get that other heal out. He probably won't use it, but I'm gonna heal. Yeah. I need Nightshade for Magneton. There's no other way. We are running out of Nightshades. Max Elixir. Nope. Easiest choice of my life. Regrettably, once I got past Brawly, I was like, yeah, this one's not happening. Skarmory is dead to everything in the back half of this team in one, which means they will click it every time. And Sableye, I mean, you just have to heal stall, which is lame anyway, and would be a check minus if anything. And like many of the other teams, we would really struggle on Flannery, Norman, and TNL. So, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good on Cool Trainer Caroline. I don't think I need to say much about this run because I think the team sheet pretty much speaks for itself. Dodrio, Kadabra, and Electrode are all excellent, fast attackers and bring great type diversity to the table. And then there's Shiftry, to whom Game Freak decided to give the absolute worst moveset a grass type has ever seen. I don't foresee Shiftry contributing much in this run, sorry my man. But, and it shouldn't be too surprising given we're finally back on a larger team, but this team of 4 with solid type diversity is actually giving me some hope. If we can make it to TNL and then somehow cook up a solution to their diabolical 4 squad, we may just have a chance here. Veto, let's do this, man. Let's prove your family right. It's time for the golden boy, the promised son of Hoenn, Veto Winstraight. Will his team of 4 with all right type diversity actually have a chance? Guys, maybe. Maybe. 2 Rock Tomb misses? I mean, come on. If this isn't just a proper, you know, verification on Veto's vibes, I'm not sure what is. All these Rock Tomb misses. The game wants Veto to get check plus. And we're moving on to Brawly. It's not even a problem. And now we get Kadabra. In an ideal world, this is 3 confusions. But I know it's going to be more. Now it's definitely going to be more. Okay. Sure. Check plus. We're on to Watson. Okay. And we know Magneton can't use Supersonic on Voltorb because of Soundproof. I think Sonic Boom should also be thwarted by Soundproof, but whatever. It clicked it anyway. Fascinating. Sure, dude. Tough. Get synchronized. And we outspeed. There's the heal. Quick attack. I live. It's confused. Boom, baby. Easy peasy, dog. Check plus on Watson, and we're on to Flannery. Maybe that's a good use of Nuzleaf. The problem is he goes for Magnitude here, right? No, it is still Overheat. And I do not live. Man, if that paras again, or maybe freezes, that could be good. I would need this to confuse and then kill. I could disable, I guess, but body slam still kills me, so not a lot of use in it. And overheat can actually miss. See? Yes, dude. I know that seemed lucky, but I don't think you actually need to get that lucky. I think there's a cleaner line for check plus here. It's still check plus, but I think there's an easier way here. If Voltorb and Kadabra are alive on Torkoal, I think you self-destruct and then finish with Psybeam, and I think that's fine. And I think you can get there pretty reasonably, but nonetheless, we're on to Norman. We want Screech switch to Dodrio, because we need to use Electrode on Slacking, for sure. Okay, well, we should be fine here then, right? Because if we fake out turn 1, get some damage turn 2, Nuzleaf goes down on turn 3, send out Electrode and Screech on turn 4, swap to Dodrio turn 5, swap back to Electrode on turn 6, or still on turn 5. Screech again for good measure, because we outspeed, right? Yeah, we absolutely outspeed. Screech again for good measure, and then self-destruct. Cool. Incredibly clean line. Okay, great. Check plus on Norman. We still have Kadabra in the back, so we win. Incredible. On to Winona. Oh, but we got so lucky on Tropius. That's kind of unfortunate. We're not going to get that lucky again, probably. Just kidding. The exact same thing happened. It went for a different move, though, so we're not on the same seed. Okay, I do live. I do live. Go for Earthquake again. Nice. Try attack. Great damage. But we just Spark here, I think. Yeah, dude. Sick. Okay, great line through that fight. Check plus. I'm not even worried about the Altaria with Earthquake. Come on. All right, but the true test begins now. TNL is the wall for every team. No questions asked. I really hope we can find something. Okay, so like obviously Tate and Liza is going to be a problem, right? But I think something that maybe is obvious to you, or maybe it's not obvious, is that in a lot of the fights in this video and a lot of the fights in the prior videos in this series, I'm cutting out a lot of footage. Because, you know, sometimes I'll do a sped up segment or whatever, but most of the time I'm just cutting out a ton of attempts where I fail or I'm trying to figure out the line, you know, 10, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes way more of me just attempting one fight with one team. And it's pretty boring in this video, I think. If you want to watch the full run, you know, all of the full runs from this video and all the prior videos in the series are uploaded on my VODs channel. The link is in the description. But for the most part, I cut out most of that stuff for this final video so that the video isn't like 10 hours long. But I wanted to give you a peek behind the curtain at least once. So here on Veto's Tate and Liza, I'm gonna show you my thought process develop over time through the edit to sort of, you know, hopefully give you an idea that a lot of these fights are very labyrinthine and require a very specific set of circumstances to go right, and, you know, sort of the journey of how I find that line. So please enjoy. Like, obviously, we want to get Xatu off screen, but Claydol is a huge problem. And also, Kadabra has, like, no value. Roleplay with Claydol to get Levitate? Yeah. Yeah, the problem is, like, I can't let Xatu set up that much. But then what do I do? Also, I have, like, no answer for Soul Rock and Lunatone. Like, just none. No. Okay, then we may have to self-destruct there. That hits Kadabra. Right. And it only puts Xatu in yellow bar. I mean, we may as well kill Shiftry. Dude has no purpose. We got one of the Pokemon off screen. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. It's a shame because Electrode being faster than Claydol is great, but being faster than my teammates is really bad. Because I want to do damage to Xatu to take it out turn 1. Maybe Shiftry lives self-destruct? Do I outspeed you? Okay. What is that Shiftry moveset? Don't ask. We will focus you. Good. Okay, it's 2v2. Unfortunate. Yes, you're right. Lunatone can't hit Shiftry, which is interesting. But I don't know how I get Shiftry that deep. Does Dodrio live self-destruct? Ooh! Okay. Okay. Sent out Soul Rock. Maybe I could swap the slots and get Lunatone there. Until I can focus it. I don't want to do that. Oh, well, he's gonna, yeah, kill Dodrio there. Man. Okay. So now we focus Soul Rock. We're not out of the woods by any means. There's the sunny day. There's the light screen. The crit! The crit, dude! The crit and chlorophyll, bro. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get a future sight. And then nature power. And I think we're fine, right? It can't hit me. It can't hit Shiftry, right? Oh, right, I can't use nature or future sight again. I just win, right? That crit is so massive. Haters will say it required the crit, okay? Haters will say I don't deserve this. Haters should stop commenting. There's the heal. Hi there, I'm just here to keep you company on this sped up segment where Lunatone can't do any damage to Shiftry, but Shiftry can only do 1 HP of damage to Lunatone at a time, and also TNL have like 3,000 heals, so this just went on forever, and I don't want you to have to sit through that whole thing, so I'm just here to hold your hand and make you feel happy while you watch it. Yes! Dude, Shiftry the GOAT! Shiftry the GOAT, it's a check plus. People will say, there's no way that should be check plus. There's no way that could be check plus. Come on, man. Look, you had to get down to that. And to that I say, this video's not for you. It's a check plus, baby. Were there any heals? Did I use any heals? And also, wait, who made up the rules for the check system? Oh, that's right, me. My dearest Shiftry, I write to you now in my darkest hour. For I have doubted thee, but in this darkness I see also light, the light which springs forth from thy gentle heart, my dearest Shiftry. I must thank thee for debasing those wretched charlatans, those vile mountebanks, the devious duo, known heretofore as Theodore and Elizabeth. From henceforth they shall be known only as hashtag the two fraudulent fucks. Thou art nothing but perfection incarnate. Let not the stone throwers convince thee of thy worth or lack thereof based only on a lackluster moveset. I and many others know the truth. We know of thy gospel, and we look down on the naysayers with ire. Yours, now and always, Adef. My dearest Shiftry, I must apologize for using a single profanity to describe Tate and Liza in my last correspondence. Such language is unbecoming of me and of your teachings. I will now do that which you have taught all your followers to do upon making such a disgusting and vile mistake. You will be receiving my limbs in the mail soon. I do hope they are to your liking. I go now to the Silver Gates, where Leaf Stones and the glorious followers of Shiftry await my coming. Will Veto win straight? Cool Trainer Veto, the promised boy of Victory Road. Will he get all 8 badges? Only one trainer stands between him and the truth. The swap into Whiscash. You know, this would be a perfect opportunity to use any grass move. Okay? This would be a perfect opportunity to use literally any grass move on Shiftry. But I can't... No more Shiftry slander, okay? Look, is his moveset really bad? Yes. But we are not slandering him anymore, okay? He clutched up so ungodly hard. What a crit. We lived. Love Disc goes down to Spark. Let's just get some damage. Plus, there's the potential that crit takes. Yeah, I want to save Self-Destruct for Kingdra, but look, it may just be a Shiftry clutch moment again, okay? I mean, who's to say that that's not just going to happen? Double team. Resto Chesto as well? Dude. What? Resto Chesto double team. Absolutely vile moveset. And the hyper. And I'm out of psychics. And it rested again. Shiftry, it's your moment, buddy. Double team. Sorry, I have Swift here on my boy. Swiftry, some have called him. You have Ice Beam. Yeah, okay. All right, we need to play this a little better. So cool, dude. Yeah, epic. Let's PP stall. 100%, dog. And now I get the special defense drop, sure. Just wake up immediately. Okay, it's just gonna heal that burn off, I think. It's not gonna heal that burn off. It goes for hyper potion here instead of rest. I missed. Yes! I knew it! Okay. Oh my god, thank god it wasn't raining. So I actually outspeed. I just have to hit Psychic there and it's fine. Alright, a status condition from Dodrio is what makes that possible. There are other ways through that. It just requires you to not get monumentally unlucky from double team. Which we all know my track record, but regardless, it is 8 for 8 check pluses for Veto win straight. His family wasn't lying. He's pretty good, okay? TNL is a bit of a roadblock, but it's possible. Okay, I am so pleased with this run. My whole life, I have doubted Victory Road trainers. I mean, that's the premise behind this entire series. But this trainer in particular, because of how much surrounds Veto Winstraight, the backstory, his family constantly talking about how cool he is, I have doubted him double. And Gen 3 are the games I grew up playing the most, so I never heard the end of this guy. It's kind of just exciting to know he actually has it. I just assumed he was a fraud my whole life, but I'm happy to be wrong. Veto is confidently in Victory Road, and we will take his team through to the Elite Four at the end of the video. I don't know what it is with Game Freak and weird little freaky teams of 3 in Hoen's Victory Road, but here's another one. Torkoal is awesome and will have Curse for the majority of the early and mid game, and as we've seen in other runs in this video and this series, setup moves are undeniably goated in this format. Metatite will have Calm Mind pretty early, which will be similarly good for the same reason, and the Lotad line will similarly also sometimes appear on your screen. Let's jump into Gym 1. That's the dream. We're one-shotting both Geodudes for sure. Just kidding. I was actually joking. It turns out that doesn't bode well for Nose Pass. Nope. Okay, well, we should outpace here. Even with the berry. The fact that Harden doesn't do anything for it, and the fact that we're gaining some health back means that even though Tackle does a decent chunk of our health, we're gaining enough back that we win this war of attrition, I think. You know, there are a lot of moments where I get immediate comeuppance. Just immediate comeuppance after I say things in these videos. And I think I just deserve it, to be honest with you. That is a check plus on Roxanne. We're on to Brawley. Anti-penultimate is before penultimate. Then what's before that? Anti-penultimate? That's a heal. Well, then, yes, this is the anti-penultimate trainer. Man, if I wind up editing these runs to go in a different order than the order in which I played them, that's going to be really confusing in the final video. Pre-anti-penultimate? We're not. It's the 6th to last. At a certain point, you just obfuscate the meaning with deep Englishisms like that. Regardless, what a fun discussion. It's still a check plus on Brawley. We're on to Watson. All right, we just want to get past the Voltorb here. If it uses self-destruct, that's fine. Baiting a heal is great too. Our goal is to set up with Torkoal soon. Okay, I kind of wish you didn't crit me there. I'll switch to Meditite, I guess. Might get Explosion here? Yeah, okay. That's fine. I think we might still just be fine, potentially. Dude, this back sprite goes so hard. Torkoal back sprite goes so hard. I think the Gen 3 Smart AI wants to raise its attack because I keep raising my attack, but I'm not sure if it favors that as much as I think it does. Okay, I set up too much. Because now Sonic Boom kills me. I'd love to see how much Body Slam does, though. Okay, saw a kill there, too. Sonic Boom is so fine. Dude, come on, man. Absolutely yes. I'm fine with that paralyze. Nice crit, dude. Let's go. Check plus on Watson. We're on to Flannery. Okay, we're going to see how this goes if I just set up Torkoal. I'm kind of curious if I just, like, curse here. Nice miss. We're already slower, so I don't really feel bad about just... Let's just go +6. See what happens, right? Magnitude 9 only does 10 damage. We're fine. Can't get burned by Flame Body. And this just has Tackle on me. Does this live? Incredible, dude. I am +6 attack and that just lived. Absolutely nutty defense. Well, it's an incredibly easy check plus on Flannery and we're on to Norman. In record time. This is like the fastest run so far. I'd like to get through it with 2 hidden powers maybe? 1 hidden power even? Wait, can I get through Vigoroth same way? Slash does a lot to me. Dude, huge power is crazy. Meditite! Let's go, dude! I think we're fine to stay because we... Well, I guess I should have swapped because we're dead here. Man, I kind of wish Slacking would come out next because we have a free setup on Slacking with Torkoal because of Protect Curse. Nice. Now, it still outspeeds me. Torkoal, buddy. We got to speed up, buddy. So I'm completely safe here. There is no worry on this at all. And then we just attack on the other Truant turn. And it still lives, guys. It still lives. Probably should have flamethrowered, I guess. Oh, right. Wait, so now is it on an attacking turn? I can never remember if Truant skips a turn where you heal. I don't think so. Yeah, it still loafs on that turn. Nice crit. Beautiful check plus on Norman. This run is going so well. Hey, Past Data, if you want some instant karma for saying that, here you go. Here's a fast-forwarded segment, which always just means one of two things. Either it went really bad or incredibly bad. So it's one of those. You know what really grinds my gears, you guys? You know what really gromdoimbles my grimbobulons is when a trainer has an incredible move like Curse on Torkoal, and then they just teach over it with Iron Defense. Which, like, in alt defense, you know, ha ha ha, what a pun, LOL. Iron Defense, not that bad, but it's not Curse, okay? It's not Curse because it doesn't help us take care of Pokemon. Oh, you guys, this run would have been so good if Torkoal kept Curse, but instead, we lose it in favor of Iron Defense here on Winona, which made this fight so awful, when it could have been truly, totally fine. Thanks for the sunny day. All right. This one is a check minus. I think check is probably possible, but check plus is really rough. Altaria hard counters this whole team. And the fact that you have to drop Curse makes this completely untenable. If you the problem is, right, the moves I am left with are moves I like have to have on the final moveset. That's why I taught over Curse, because the final moveset requires me to in this moment. I have to teach Iron Defense, and Body Slam has no value like without Curse, or rather Curse has no value without Body Slam. So like it's better to teach over Curse instead of teaching over Body Slam, because Curse without Body Slam can't do anything, but Body Slam can at least do something without Curse, right? Tough. Just tough. Yo, huge shout out to my boy Ludicolo for being completely useless because of the fact that most of these trainers have the default moves for the level on their Pokemon, which means the most recent 4 moves in their level up learn set is what they get. And Ludicolo's learn set is just like Absorb and Fake Out and Nature Power. And that's it. So that's all he gets, even though Lotad and Lombre had better moves. So my man is literally worthless, which means that even though he should be our ticket through this fight, it's just not happening. There's no way. This TNL is not going to happen. And you know what? That's upsetting. It upsets me. But also, I want out of this run so bad that, frankly, it's fine. I'm excited for this run for 2 reasons. First of all, I feel like Solrock and Lunatone do not get enough love, probably mostly because they really aren't that great, but their design is cool. And 2, it'd really be nice to use half of TNL's team against them if we can make it there. This team is going to have a rough go of it in the mid-game, though. Hopefully we can somehow pull through Norman and Winona if we get there. Let's see how Lunatone and Solrock can do. Look, say what you want, the sprite work is fantastic. Cool trainer Metatachaliza. Yeah, dude. Rock being neutral on rock is so interesting to me. It like makes sense in like a physical sense, I guess. But it feels wrong in Pokemon type chart, you know? Anyway, I digress. It's a check plus. Let's move on to Brawly, who will be so easy. Not the light screen. At least we can waste some turns on the light screen here. It's going to set it back up, though. Nice crit. It's not going to set it back up. We're fine. We're fine. You love to see it. A psychic type on Brawly, it's a beautiful thing. Check plus and we're on to Watson. Decent special defense. And decent enough defense to only take 20 damage from that. Okay, there's the potion. And a crit. All right. Fire Spin's about to do some big work. We're just going to do Fire Spin for damage over time. Not the blender, bro. Oh, I've been put into the blender. The confusion paralysis blender. Ah, yes, the classic you must get crits and confusions on Magneton situation. Who could forget this time-honored tradition? Wait, that damage is, like, fine? I mean, it's not good. But it's fine. Can you check this? Maybe, probably. I'm gonna give it check minus. You can get check on this with hypnosis, probably. But do I really want to grind that out? Guys, no. Given that this run dies to TNL every time, no. In fact, I should have just let it die here, but instead we soldier forward. Okay. Decent damage. Man, Sunny Day is gonna make Fire Spin so good. It's a heal. That's actually fine. I want to stall the light screen. Good, because camera upped is next. We'll get the next heal out of the way here. This is maybe fine. Potentially. And it doesn't want to go for overheat on me because it's not very effective, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, confusion is just better, and it's not gonna miss, so. Cool. Easy peasy, baby. Status is powerful. Check plus on Flannery, and we're on to Norman. Two can play at that game. What an exciting battle. I'd like to only use one heal if I can get away with it. I will not be getting away with it. Brother, this ain't it. I guess it's a check on Norman. I don't know. I don't feel good about this one. But we're on to Winona, who we may actually have a chance against, potentially. I think this Winona might be winnable, but weirdly it's like super awful even though we're rock type, so this is the end of Mitchell's run. For the first time in this series, I'm grouping two trainers' runs together. Why? Well, they're both teams of two, which we already know have a rough time, but also, they just don't have a chance at all. Neither of them do. The gym leader lineup in Owen counters both of these teams pretty flatly. Let's jump into both of these runs back to back, and you'll see what I mean. I feel like at this point in the video, you've seen enough trainers get past Roxanne and Brawly that for these two particular runs, which don't end well, I don't feel the need to show you those two fights. You're seeing them sped up here, but obviously both of these trainers check plus both Roxanne and Brawly with basically no problem. The problem here on Hallie's team is like Absol just does not have good enough value on Watson here, and Sableye has almost no value on Watson. So even though this team is kind of interesting, right? It's a cool group of two, there's just no way through Watson, at least none that I could find, which is disappointing. But again, you've seen enough of these runs at this point. These are what, trainers 14 and 15, that I didn't feel the need to show you everything. So this is just both runs sped up. Here we're now in Edgar's run, which has a similar problem. I mean, Wingle is what's going up against Watson here, which has a 4x weakness to every move on his team. So you can imagine that's a problem. Cacnea resists and has some setup, but it's just not good enough to make this winnable, and I'll drop you in my last Watson attempt. Oh no, I need you to low roll, please. Please low roll. That's not a low roll. I'm gonna need you to low roll, buddy. Okay, so what you're not understanding is I need you to roll low. Okay, sorry. There seems to be some kind of barrier here. Some kind of disconnect on communication. I need you to roll low. Great, thank you. Now roll low again. We seem to have a little bit of a problem here. we seem to have a bit of a communication problem, but that's okay. That's okay. I just need you to roll low. Okay, guys. Well, what a time to be alive. It's another fail on Watson. Can you check minus this? Yes. Does it suck? Yeah. And also, obviously, all the other gyms are problems too. So, you know, this isn't it. Okay, only two trainers left. Unfortunately, both of our two remaining trainers have only teams of two. But for some weird reason, Game Freak cooked especially hard with specifically these two trainers. On basically every team up until now, almost every Pokemon has had the default moveset for their level, which is why their movesets are often so horrible. But for these two final trainers, they turn things up a notch. Gardevoir is rocking great coverage in T-Bolt and Psychic with a setup move to boot, and Slacking has incredible offensive options. Even as a team of two, I think this run has genuine promise. They might be the first team of two to turn things around. The big problem is still the team size though. If we do wind up making it to TNL, having only two Pokemon is going to make that win remarkably difficult to claw out. Not to mention, that'd be the first gym in this run where we have to use Slacking. Now, Slacking has a god tier stat spread, but Truant, the ability that forces it only to move every other turn, completely destroys its crazy potential. So if we do get to Tate and Liza, I'll have my work cut out for me. But I'm up for the challenge. To start though, we have a tiny little Ralts and a Slackoth that also has Truant. If I can somehow get through Roxanne, which is shockingly actually going to be somewhat challenging for a change, we'll have Vigoroth for the entire mid-game, which loses Truant in favor of Vital Spirit, a far better ability. Here we go. We don't like that. One double team actually has a lot of value here because her moves are so inaccurate. Maybe that's worth. I should probably just go to +6, to be honest. Maximize my chances. Okay, nose pass. Good. Good miss. Just need to get past a few more. One more. Block, and we're fine. The first genuinely scary Roxanne, but it is a check plus, and we're on to Brawly. What a damage range on low kick, wow. There's a potion. And the second potion. Okay. Surely Vigoroth takes here. Well, it's Scratch. Maybe not. Okay. All right. It's a check plus on Brawly, and we move on to Watson, who I'm a little scared for, but if we get past Watson, I think we're good for a while. Watson is really, really difficult for this team. Curlia just can't get the value that we need it to get. So ultimately what I wound up finding here was using Bulk Up, which is a TM we get from Brawly, who's a gym leader you have to beat to get here anyway. In the past in videos in this series, we've called runs check plus if you use TMs you would reasonably have access to. Like every trainer who gets badge 2 gets Bulk Up. So that's totally fine by me, and we teach it to Vigoroth. No heals, guys. I'm going for check plus. I've already done a check run where I healed, so... And a berry is a heal. One, two, three, scratch. Do we just go for damage here? It wants to slow me down, which is why it's using Thunder Wave. Yeah, it just goes for T-Wave every time there. Okay, this is the best chance we're going to have. I might actually be able to get one scratch off. Okay. Yes, dude. Yes. Turn that check into a check plus, baby. Okay, we're just gonna run with +5 here out of Slugma and hope it's enough for Camerupt. Okay. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. It's a check plus. It's a check plus, and we're on to Norman. We just need to get out of Spinda with some boosts and not super Omega low health. I think Double Team is good here for that purpose because Teeter Dance can actually miss. I don't love what's happening now. Okay. I lived. Okay. Well, I definitely don't outspeed slacking. And Feint Attack never misses. Yawn. Bulk up. Bulk up. Bulk up. I have Vital Spirit, get owned. Bulk up. +5, +6. Please don't wake up and counter. Thanks. It's just that easy. It's just that easy for the check plus onto Winona. Just give me one more turn, please. Give me one more. All right, I'm not gonna get too greedy here. We can click Calm Mind again on another Pokemon. Don't go for Sunny Day. Okay. Good. It used Protect. Beautiful. That's what we wanted. I'm going to click this again. Oh, perfect. We're in such good position right now. Dude. Come on. And now we hit the wall. But hey, a 2 Pokemon team that's 6 for 6 check pluses headed into TNL. That's a great performance. Please do not pay attention to the fact that Gardevoir is one of the strongest Pokemon we can have in Gen 3 on any of these teams, and that Vigoroth is also really good. Please ignore. Okay, so obviously a team of 2 against Tate and Liza is a huge disadvantage, but both of our Pokemon are complete monsters, so surely I was confident that there was some kind of way through this fight. Now, I tried a lot of stuff, and ultimately what I landed on was giving them their movesets that they have in Victory Road, which is 1 level from now, right now. That was how I wound up finding a line. Now, you might say that's controversial, but all of those moves come from TMs you can get right now, not from level up. Okay, we're going in first attempt with the swapped movesets up to what they have on their Pokemon at 43, which I think is reasonable to assume they might have at 42. We have Shadow Ball, and we are going to use it. And I'm going to skill swap. Yeah. Okay, so this turn, we're gonna Shadow Ball you and Thunderbolt you. Okay. Let's focus you, I guess. I'm gonna Calm Mind. Haters will say it's not check plus. This is the moveset that they have 1 level from now. 1 level from now. I think it's fair enough to give it a check plus. I don't know. You may disagree, but this is the final moveset that they give this team in 1 level. It's also crazy just how much a few different moves completely changes the game. Yeah, exactly. They don't learn these moves in between 42 and 43. These are all TM differences. Will this team of 2 become the first team of 2 to get all 8 badges in the Hoenn region? Any team under 3 or 4 Pokemon making it this far, all check plus, is really impressive to me. It's just Juan that stands between us and total world domination. You live that on 1? Okay. It does not matter. I probably should have just led Gardevoir. But it's fine. I don't think he heals here. Yeah, he doesn't heal on Whiscash, like, ever, for some reason. But I'll take that opportunity to do one more +1. I think we counter it just fine, so long as we hit. It does live, which is a little concerning. We hit again. Nice, it was a range. Okay. That's 8 check pluses, 8 badges for a team of 2. Wow. I mean, look, it's 2 very, very, very good Pokemon, and 2 very good Pokemon that have really solid movesets. But still, I'm surprised nonetheless. The fact that we get past Watson check plus is pretty sick. And TNL. But regardless, we will see Caitlyn again in just a little bit. There is one more trainer left, and then we'll see Caitlyn at the end of the video at the Elite Four, where I will take the liberty to fix up the moveset just a little bit, but it won't require much tweaking, to be honest. And we'll have to see if a team of 2 can beat the Elite Four. I don't know. Every second of this run was a delight to play. So many creative solutions had to be found, and it often felt like the team was just good enough. Caitlyn is in Victory Road 100%, and I can't wait to use her team on the Elite Four. But there's still one more run before that. Can we add one more trainer to Victory Road? Quincy, like Caitlyn, has weirdly competitive movesets on his final Pokemon that aren't just the default moves. Weirdly, this kind of makes Dusclops worse, as it's built specifically to be a doubles partner rather than a proper battler, and Slacking is a special attacker on this spread. I don't know what that's all about, but Dusclops' double battle moveset might mean that TNL is actually possible on this run. Plus, the early game here will be far easier than Caitlyn's, because as we've seen with Sableye, ghost types get through the first 2 gyms super easy in Hoenn. Let's see if Quincy can join Caitlyn, his doubles partner, in Victory Road. If we just get better moves, yeah, like if you just go for Defense Curl, we're fine. Yeah, okay. Just do that on the next one as well, please. Good. Okay. Okay, yeah, just go for Harden and block, please. Good. There's the berry. Good. We should be okay now, I think. Excellent. Excellent. Our final Roxanne check plus. I believe that's every trainer. I think every trainer in Victory Road got a check plus on Roxanne. Roxanne, it's time to up your game. I do not think Brawly can hit Duskull, so I think we're just fine to click Nightshade here. I think we're just fine. I don't think we're gonna encounter any problems. Reflect? Oh no. Anyway. Watson is gonna be miserable, so we happen to know that we have a route through Watson with solo Vigoroth. We found that in the last run. It requires teaching Bulk Up and a little bit of luck. Is required, but it is possible. So we don't have to worry too much about Watson. It's going to be annoying, but Duskull will actually have some value, whereas Ralts had very little. At least Nightshade does something. Our final Nightshade. It's a check plus on Brawly. Did everyone check plus Brawly also? I think so. My God, first 2 gym leaders got to step it up. Misty put up some nasty numbers in Gym Slot 2 in Kanto. But we're on to Watson. Okay, +6 heading into Magneton. We open Yawn. It did not open Thunderwave? Fascinating. Does it use it now? Weird. Okay, don't fully paralyze, please. I need you to attack. Okay, it seems even if I get some high rolls, it doesn't ever put it in heal range. Okay, I need to hit. I need to hit. Just twice. All right, okay. It's annoying, but the line is semi-consistent, and it's a check plus on Watson. We move on to Flannery. Okay, so I've gone ahead and taught Strength because you do get Strength before Flannery's Gym. The only problem is we're now committing to having Strength on Vigoroth until at least Lily Cove City, which is pre-Winona. So we're committing for at least this gym and Norman's gym to have Strength. But that's basically just losing out on getting Slash instead, so I'm fine by that. Because Lily Cove is when you can go to the move deleter and actually get rid of an HM. Okay, +5. Sunny Day. I would like to stall that. We are going to stall that. Heal for crit protection. +6. Should have healed, but I don't think 5 HP is really going to matter. Just don't get hit by Flame Body. Good. Strength absolutely takes here. So this Strength puts Torkoal into red bar unless I crit. So the consideration is if I am planning on two-shotting, then the move should be to use Yawn. Because if I think I live from full on Overheat, which I don't think I do, then I would want to Yawn, then click Strength, and then she heals back. She does it again, and then I two-shot. But I think the better move is to just go for Strength and hope that it maybe only sees a kill on a high roll and decides to go for Attract or something instead. See? It went for Sunny Day. Okay. We're fine. We win now, I think. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, then Overheat wasn't a guaranteed kill at full health or near full. And that's a check plus on Flannery, and we're on to Norman. All right, here's the plan. Yawn. And then just bulk up and break out of confusion ASAP. That's the plan. Maybe I should have yawned again and kept setting up, but let's see how +3 fares. Slacking. We're going to hope we live a move, and I'm going to click Yawn. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, that's a loafing turn. This is an attacking turn. This is a loafing turn. This is an attacking turn. I have Vital Spirit. This is a loafing turn. I am +6. It still lives. This thing is a monster. I win the Vigoroth mirror match unless it crits Slash on me or something, but I'm faster, so we're fine. And then Linun to close it out. That is a check plus on Norman, and we are through to Winona. Okay, so she swaps when Swablu falls asleep every time. So I can safely do Yawn there and then bulk up. And then bulk up. That's +4. Let's slack off. +5. Might as well go +6 if they're going to let me. Very nice. Could have done without the crit on Aerial Ace, but that's okay. Okay. We're super defensively bulky. That's annoying. That'll bait a heal at least. Let's yawn. Slack off. Stop doing that, please. This is now a 4-shot. We're having fun. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I just need one more strength and I need it to hit. All right. This has really just been a Vigoroth solo run. Check plus on Winona. It's on to TNL. Maybe Dusclops will do something. You know, I think it's fitting that this is the final Tate and Liza of the video, and yet they just wouldn't let up even here. Even for 1 second, they weren't willing to be chill. So I knew because of Caitlyn's run that probably there was a line here that would just require me to tweak the moves a little bit, but I gave this a really earnest effort without changing things around first, and then wound up teaching Bulk Up and Strength to Slacking, which again are 2 moves every trainer would have access to, so that's definitely not going to disqualify from Check Plus here. And then the other thing we wound up doing was giving Skill Swap to Dusclops, which is a move it has on its final moveset on this team 1 level from now. Now, the idea here is to trade Slacking's Truant off of him, because without Truant, Slacking becomes an absolute beast. So, obviously, I changed some things around, so it's not the cleanest fight of all time, but this wound up being probably my favorite solution for any fight in the entire video, so please enjoy. If I can somehow live this Earthquake, if this Earthquake low rolls on Dusclops, we're in pretty good position, I think. Okay, Lunatone sees a kill on Dusclops and will go for it. Okay. Okay. Yikes. I don't like the crit. I clicked Bulk Up. I meant to click Strength. Okay. We need to have a conversation. All I did was give Claydol Skill Swap, which is a move that it has on its final moveset on this team in 1 level. But it doesn't learn it at the next level. It learns it via TM, which is a TM I can actually get right now. I think that's Check Plus, dude. You can maybe call it instant karma that after, you know, screwing around with the movesets a little bit on the TNL fight and still giving myself Check Plus, I wound up with the absolute nightmare that is useless Dusclops. Because I've got, you know, we're on 1, so I'm using the exact copy of the team now, right? All the moves are correct. And this Dusclops is built to be a double battler, not a single battler. So it has like no value here. And Truant makes Slacking so annoying in this fight. And Kingdra is just a nightmare machine. So yes, this ultimately wound up being really hard and very stupid, and the line required heals, unfortunately. All right, I wound up using 3 or 4 or 5 full restores. The Kingdra the problem is Dusclops doesn't have any moves. I think it's maybe good that we didn't check +1 here because there's controversy on TNL in this run. That's a check minus on 1, I think. Argument for check, maybe, but definitely not check plus. This would be so hard to check plus with this moveset. If Slacking just had a normal move, this would be much easier, but it is really hard because Dusclops only has Toxic Protect, and Slacking just has special moves. So not the best setup here for our final moveset. This run was also a delight to play, just like Caitlyn's. 2 solid yet weird Pokemon utilized in strange little ways. The TNL solution was particularly fun to find, and though Quincy didn't wind up with 8 check pluses, he, I think, still earns his spot in Victory Road nonetheless. 5 trainers out of the 17 in Hoenn Victory Road earning their spot, with 3 of them making it to the Elite Four. Not bad. I mean, this might seem kind of grim at first, right? Like less than a third of the trainers actually deserve their spot. Isn't that kind of bad? Well, that number is made a little bit more palatable when you remember that Tate and Liza exist. So 5 trainers making it through that, pretty good actually. But of our 5, like I said a second ago, only 3 get to move on to the Elite Four. Let's jump back into the runs for Wally, Veto, and Caitlyn. Just like in previous videos in this series, I'm going to take this opportunity to fix up the moves on these teams. Since these are hypothetical league challenge attempts, we're going to assume that the hypothetical time these trainers spend grinding in Victory Road has led to some improved battle knowledge, and some money for TMs, some levels, and some overdue evolutions. For the level caps, we'll stick with what we've been doing for the whole video, which is matching the ace of every opponent's team. The only other rules thing to note is that here in the Elite Four, I'm counting attempts as check plus, so long as I don't use more heals than my opponent has on any given battle, just like in previous videos in this series. First up is Wally's team, who doesn't require a ton of fixing. Basically, I'm just giving each moveset a bit of a facelift, most specifically Delcatty. It's possible, but not guaranteed, but possible that Delcatty will actually have even 1 gram of value now. To be honest, I'm not convinced, but I'm giving her the best I've got, okay? Let's see how she and the rest of Wally's team fares against the Elite Four. Can Wally fulfill his dreams and become the league champion? All right, here we go. Great damage. There's one of the full restores. Beautiful. Sending out Crawdon against me, a fascinating decision. Hopefully I don't miss. I have Aerial Ace. I'm not worried about that. I mean, if you're gonna let me set up, I'll just do it. There's still a Cacturn behind somewhere, so I'm happy to get the boost here. That's annoying. That's annoying. Swagger actually just a move that confuses me now, rather than upping my attack because I'm already +6. Nice. Beautiful. And so long as we hit through confusion here or snap out, I'm still faster. Please snap out. Excellent. Okay, check plus on Sydney. We are through to Phoebe. But I am curious how much damage I can do with just 1 Calm Mind and then Hidden Power Dark. The base power on Hidden Power is probably going to be like 60 or something. Hard to know, obviously. Okay, it protects open. Can I get a second? Curse, that's unfortunate, obviously. And protect, yeah, that's classic. Using my own moves against me. Classic. Wow. Okay, +2 is not enough, so my hidden power is definitely not very strong. Fix the piece of fuzz on your earbud. Bro, how long has that been there, guys? How long has that been there, guys? What, nobody said anything? YouTube commenters about to go crazy on that one. That's very funny. Oh. Okay. Okay, Calm Mind. Psychic. It uses Curse. It did not use Curse. That's 1 full restore, though. I'm fine by that. Interesting. Ha! Genius. They'll never see it coming. They'll never see it coming. Oh, maybe this is just an Altaria swap and start setting up, and then Aerial Ace. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. Please hit this. Okay, could be better. Okay, Delcatty. This is it, baby. Uh-oh. I did too much damage. Wait. The berry? Hang on. Delcatty, this is it? Hang on. Delcatty beat 1 Pokemon with help, but let's go, Delcatty. I expect every YouTube comment to be nothing but praise for my pink cat queen. Oh, this is Dusclops. No, this is the first one again. We should be faster, yeah. Delcatty beat 2 Pokemon again with help, but let's go! A win is a win, baby. We take those. Okay, we take those all day. Unfortunately, it's not gonna last long. But that's okay. Honestly, good effort here. Another full restore used up. Fine by me. Not Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. I just want it off screen. Good damage. More than I was expecting, to be honest. Is she out of heals, potentially? Excellent. Okay. Check plus on Phoebe. A little more difficult than I thought it would be, but Dusclops is just kind of a monster, and Bayonet's no joke either. Like, maybe Thunderbolt deals with everything except for Walrein and Glalie. Okay, nice. I mean, I'm curious how much Thunderbolt does. So the kill it sees is Sheer Cold. It sent out Walrein because it saw a kill with Sheer Cold. Great. That is a 30% chance to hit me. Sure thing, Glacia. Whatever you think is best, dude. It's your fight, not mine. I mean, you do what you want. I'm fine to be slower here. I'm not really worried about speed control. Light screen's a little annoying. That brings me basically to neutral. I'm calm-minded against Crunch here. We need to start attacking, though. Okay, light screen should wear off soon. Good. Yikes, I knew one of them had Shadow Ball, but I thought maybe it would be fine. I guess I did care about speed control. Obviously, this has Ice Beam. I'm just trying to get some damage off before swapping. All right, Delcatty. Delcatty! Let's go! Surely return has good value here. Okay, hey, not... Just gone too soon, bro. She's just taken from us too soon. It's honestly messed up, man. Anyway, on to Drake. We taught Altaria Ice Beam exactly for this one purpose. To take care of Salamence and Flygon. Guys. I mean... Come on. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm obviously teaching over Dragon Claw or Parasong. I mean, come on. What is this, amateur hour? I'm not gonna take a free pass. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here? I'm not. All right, on Drake here, we're gonna open Gardevoir and set up a little bit against Shelgon. It will open Protect turn 1 almost certainly, which will give us an opportunity to buff up a little bit here. Very good. Predictable Gen 3 AI is predictable. Dragon Claw, Rock Tomb, a little bit of speed control. Gen 3 AI likes to slow us down. Understandable. Okay, now I'm outsped by basically everything, so we may as well just keep buffing. Because now speed control is not really a consideration. And now that Shelgon is faster than me, it's not going to worry about slowing me down any further. Let's go ahead and just start attacking. Double Edge does a lot. We die to basically everything. So let's just switch. Let's just switch and handle that differently if there's a second attempt. I live that. You, however, do not live that. Is my Altaria faster than yours? Probably. Wonderful. Not anymore. I live that. Altaria, you're the best. Salamence outspeeds me for sure and takes down with almost anything. Yeah, Rock Slide will do it. I should have sent out Roselia, but Roselia is dead to Aerial Ace, which I think it has. No, it has Flamethrower though, so, you know. Oh, I should have attracted is what I should have done. Oh, it got Q-Charmed, so it actually was attracted anyway. All right, I mean, sure. All right, this Flamethrower's here, but it's also dead. It's faster than me. I lived. Roller coaster of emotions here in the Elite Four right now. Please live that. Very good. That helps me live the range a second time. Smokescreen, please hit the Toxic. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and swap to Gardevoir here. Okay, that's fine by me. I don't live that. Whoa. Who needs a second try? Who needs a second try? Who even needs it? So I do enough damage to make Water Spout not do very much. If it goes for Hydro Pump, there's a chance to miss. But if it goes for Rain Dance, then Thunderbolt or Thunder becomes our sort of de facto win condition, right? Okay. Thunderbolt takes in 1, which I'm decently surprised about. Tentacruel, we stay in and use Psychic. Wow, we covered this team really nicely. We cover Wallace exceptionally nicely. I will not be thwarted by double team today. I'm not having it. Probably one more. What do you go for now? Surf? Just more double team. Yeah. Frankly, why not just keep going? We're fine. We're so fine here. I now outspeed like everything in the game and take most stuff in one. Yeah, I feel like we just stay in. You might live, but I doubt it. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay, I see you. I understand. I get it. You're cool. Let's give Roselia a moment in the spotlight, shall we? Great. Great. Oh, man. This would have been a good Roselia moment. If I outspeed it is. Nice. Okay, excellent. Beautiful. Well, I did not use a single heal. Not one heal from Roxanne all the way to the champion. Not one heal was used. We are completely clean. Check plus. Wally deserves not just his place in Victory Road, but he deserves to give the Elite Four challenge a shot. I mean, my man's got what it takes. I fixed the team up a little bit, sure, but I don't think it requires that much fixing from where it already was, to be honest with you. Like, it already looked really, really good. Dragon Dance Aerial Ace carried really hard on Altaria, and he already had that. And Gardevoir already looked great with Psychic and Calm Mind, and Magneton already had Thunderbolt. Like, that was most of the core of what we used. So I'm very pleased, and we're on to the next trainer. Up next is Veto Winstraight. The changes here are, again, just movesets, including hopefully giving our wonderful Perfect Boy Shiftry some much-needed help. But the biggest change is evolving Kadabra into Alakazam, which takes it from a decent attacker into a complete monster. I predict that this team, with its high density of good, fast attackers, diversity of attack options, and a 4-wide team, will have no problem crushing the Hoenn Elite Four. But let's see. Veto Winstraight. Elite Four attempt begins now. We're starting out Shiftry against Mightyena. We're going to Toxic. We're going to Giga Drain. Nice crit. Beautiful opener. We are going to Thunderbolt. Drill Peck. It lives. If we just snap out of confusion, we're going to become unstoppable. Dodrio, my goat. And that's Sydney. Check plus, clean as they come. This first Dusclops has Shadow Punch, Confuse Ray, Curse, Protect. Let's just Shadow Ball and see how it does. Solid. And we'll just swap. Never mind, I won't swap because I mashed B because I'm a genius. The berry took it out of heal range. That's unfortunate. I will heal that. That's fine. I'm fine with losing Drill Peck here. Good damage. Okay, nice. One more left. It's Sableye, which we cannot hit with Alakazam. Also can't hit with Dodrio at the present moment, so it's just going to be an Electrode. This is going to be an Electrode endeavor. This should be 2 T-Bolts, I think. Nice double team. Very good. Check plus on Phoebe, and we are moving into Glacia. Glacia, in an ideal world, is just an Electrode situation through and through. The fact that Celio lived that does not bode well. Let's light screen for some protection. But at least Walrein won't be put into heal range. That's not a good paralyze for me. Gonna have to heal that. Fully paralyzed twice in a row, I think, there. Okay. One of them has Crunch, one of them has Shadow Ball. Calm Mind is good either way. I maybe live. Icy Wind. Oh, yeah. Gen 3 Smart AI loves to slow you down if you're faster. If you're faster than your opponent in Gen 3, the Smart AI really wants to slow you down. If it can. Should be able to Calm Mind. It didn't heal. I didn't heal up my Drill Peck. That's okay. Blizzard, which I live. Okay. I don't live this next Hail, though. That's fortuitous. In some universe, Self-Destruct is the play here, but I think it's just Thunderbolt, right? I think Thunderbolt probably does the same, if not a little more. And then maybe Giga Drain takes, potentially? We probably outspeed, right? Oh, we don't, doesn't take any more. Just kidding. It's a check plus on Glacia, and we're on to Drake, who I foresee being probably the most difficult for this team. So I need you to open Protect. Thank you. Okay, you open Protect. Does +1 take? Okay, it takes on Shelgon, but it's still going to see a kill probably with Earthquake here on Flygon. How much does +1 do? Enough. Okay, great. The Rock Slide miss? Okay. I maybe would have lived Rock Slide, to be honest. Nah, maybe not. Salamence is pretty high physical attack. D-Dance. Probably outspeeds me now. That's gonna take. I lived! Dude! Oh, not Kingdra. My arch nemesis, bro. My arch nemesis. But we are different now. We come prepared. We come prepared. It's Thunderbolt on the heel. Not a threat. You are not a threat. Wands was way more threatening. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. That's a check plus on Drake, and we're on to the champ. I should probably open Light Screen there. Because Water Spout kills me now. Double Edge. Okay. Get out of here. I mean, there's no two ways about it. You're going to set up the rain and then not click Water Spout? Swift Swim. Nice damage. Nice. Good range. Let's just Thunderbolt twice. Nice para. May as well Light Screen. Stop. And there was a berry, of course there was. This is such a cool fight. Yeah, dude, just keep doing that. Nice crit. Thank God. Easiest one click of my life. We have a solution for Whiscash now. And that, my friends, is absolutely, unequivocally... Sorry, 1 second. We're stalling. Hang on, sorry. Sorry, hang on. We need our boy... We need our boy Shiftry, the unexpected ace of this team, to close this thing out. That is check plus on all of the badges and all of the Elite Four members and the champion. Veto wins straight. His family isn't just all talk. My man is the champion. You love to see it. Our very last trainer we're going to take through to the Elite Four here is undeniably my favorite. Our shocking team of 2, cool trainer Caitlyn with her slacking and Gardevoir. This one is just moveset changes to make this team completely disgusting. Hyper Beam on slacking is a hilarious addition, as you'll see, since a recharge turn means nothing to our sleepy guy. And the move is made even funnier by the fact that it's not 100% accurate. Our 2 Pokemon here have movesets specifically crafted to counter the Hoenn Elite Four as best as possible with what's possible and reasonable to get them move-wise before the Elite Four. Will we see a team of 2 become the champion? I sincerely hope so, but there's 5 trainers that stand between us and victory. Maybe we just click Thunderbolt to get around Sand Attack. Yeah, okay. I mean, sure. And now, Slacking will show you what he is all about. And what he is all about is a move that for most Pokemon is a problem. But for Slacking, Hyper Beam is just another day at the office. This is so inconsequential to him. I mean, come on. He's the king. What more is there to discuss? You're done. You're done, kid. We're just gonna Calm Mind here. Go for Shadow Punch. Cool. Now we Psychic. And we'll just take as many as we can before switching to Slacking. The last Dusclops might live? No, no, no way. I take that back. I should have stuck to my... I should have trusted my gut. I should have trusted my gut. Now, people might say, well, Slacking doesn't have an answer to ghost types, and you'd be wrong. Double team is kind of annoying on Truant. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. Excellent. On to Glacia. I think we just set up here again. Anytime they let us set up, I think we should just do it. This has Encore, but I'm not really worried about that. I'd like to go +4 if at all possible. That's +3. Because of Hail, I think I just have to go. But do we take with Psychic at +3? We do. Beautiful. Check plus on Glacia and we're on to Drake. You could miss Rock Tomb. I mean, that's also a viable situation. I think even if I Calm Mind it again, I don't live Crunch here. Heal again. He has 2 full restores, so that's all my heals. Yeah, okay, I should have just taken the free switch, but it wouldn't matter. The outcome would be the same. Okay, can I hit Hyper Beam this time? Oh my god, twice in a row? Okay. Check plus. What Hyper Beam is what, 95%? It's 90%. 1 in 100 to miss it twice in a row. Whatever. Check plus and we're on to the champ. A psychic is not the play there. Still, okay, wow. Please stop. Take that opportunity to go +3. Just hit, please. Good. Good. Okay. And we obviously have Thunderbolt. Wonderful. Just my Lodic to go. I kind of want to finish it with Hyper Beam, but the 10% miss scares me. So we're just going to click Thunderbolt. All right. 8 out of 8 check pluses and then a full check plus clear of the Elite Four and Champion. Wow, a team of 2, dude. I mean, look, if you have Slacking and Gardevoir, I guess you're just sort of set up for success. But even still, a team of 2 getting past TNL and everything else, really amazing. I'm very, very, very pleased with this. This is probably the most fun run besides Wally. It's just cool. This one required some interesting solutions, and just fun to try to make a team of 2 work, and we're here. Really sick. Cool trainer Caitlyn, well done. This victory road was massive and full of trial and error, specifically against Tate and Liza. But overall, I'm really pleased with how the cool trainers of Hoenn fared. Hoenn's gyms are seriously no joke. So having 5 of the 17 trainers make it to Victory Road and 3 of them make it to the Elite Four, with all of them clearing the Elite Four handily, it's pretty awesome. Okay, after over a month of constant work, the Hoenn video is done. And that's a wrap on Hoenn. Until I do the Elite Four in the next video, please subscribe. Holy moly, if you watched this whole thing, oh my god. Thank you so much for watching. This video was a huge undertaking. 17 trainers is a lot. And maybe good news for you or a bad news for me, unclear at this time. There are a lot of trainers in all the next victory roads too, so the videos aren't gonna get any smaller. So with that in mind, thank you for your support, thank you for subscribing, and if you want to check out the Patreon, I've got a bunch of exclusive stuff over there, and there's all these wonderful people who support me already. The Patreon truly helps keep this channel afloat and helps me make projects like this even when they're unsponsored. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.